Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and, well, that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. Really? Really? You're just over here like, okay. For everyone who can't see, which is everyone except the few of us at the table, Soria's over here just being a smartass. So, I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong, and I play.
I'm Nicole Bates, and I play Sorian Sul, Changeling Druid.
I'm Greg, I play Ulcid Ralph for Wildfire.
Wow, you guys actually play specific things.
Yeah. I'm Alexis Bates. I'm your trusty dungeon mistress. Are we done with whatever you guys were doing this week?
Yep.
Yeah, week's over.
You guys usually go on for a bit longer.
No.
Well, no one went off of what I did.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're just like, yeah, of course he plays.
I'm
I play Sorian Sul.
I'm subverting expectations.
Well, as usual, if this is someone's first episode, they're going to be confused as shit.
Why did you do that?
Well, next time I'll pervert the
I
expectations.
don't do any of it. I think we have a couple of announcements.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yes, I have an important announcement.
Yes, you do.
Yes. This episode is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything.
It is indeed.
It is.
Because it's 42.
Yep. Yeah, this is episode 42.
I thought we were on 69.
No,
Nice.
just stop.
I'm sorry, I'm such a mature adult, and I have such mature adult humor.
You don't have, none of us have that.
None of that was true.
99.9% of our jokes on this channel are poop jokes because that hits our target demographics
you rolled a
of
4 on your
under
maturity
7
roll.
and
Over
over
70.
70.
Hey, you have to use percentile die if you're going to do a maturity roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 45 maturity.
Oh, that's 3 more than our episode. I got a 94 maturity, so there.
He's very mature.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. Did you have an announcement?
I do. This episode, like all of our episodes have been, is brought to you by our continuing sponsor, Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes online and in-store orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. So with the recently released a Rules Expansion gift set, which put out a brand new book, Mordenkainen's Guide to the Multiverse of Monsters. Is that it?
Mordekainen presents.
Mordekainen presents
Multiverse of Monsters.
I can never get it.
It's the colon.
Yeah. The colon always throws me off.
Go on.
Are we done yet?
Poop joke. So if you haven't picked that up, I know they have several
What, the
copies.
poop joke?
I
You have
hope
to point it out to them so that they noticed it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
You're just prolonging it right now.
I know.
On purpose.
No. Purely accidental.
I hope we
That's
might
what
need to
diapers are for.
reshoot this opening so we can rectify it. So, was that a stretch?
I hope not.
You're welcome, viewers. Welcome to the maturity zone. We make the most mature jokes, mostly about poop and butts.
Why do I play games with
Thank you,
guys?
Geekified.
So thank you, Geekified.
I won't show 9s when I roll. So
Did you roll 69?
I rolled a 96. Does that count? I actually did, too.
You have been a wonderful sponsor and incredibly
I rolled a 300.
tolerant as we make the most ridiculous sponsorship announcements for you. If you do want to pick up Mordenkainen Presents The Multiverse of Monsters or the gift expansion, Rules Expansion gift set, you can head on over to geekifiediowa.com and place an online order there, and they'll get it shipped out to you right quick. And we do have one more announcement, if we can get through all of the poop-based humor, from Soria.
So you're telling me this is our number 2 announcement?
it's actually the 3rd.
We have a
Ruined
Patreon.
it.
No, I didn't say with a hard T. No, I didn't.
We have a Patreon now. So go on down to patreon.com/Dice and Dungeons, where you can support this show. We have a bunch of tiers with a bunch of cool things. Everyone gets to take part in polls. We've been doing some polls on what we're going to paint in our painting streams that we do Tuesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. And you get some cool stuff. And if you, at certain tiers, you get to do things like Where's Dole right now and get in the credits and stuff. So
Where is Dole right now?
I haven't called him. So
Nobody's at that tier, so we don't know.
check us out, patreon.com/Dice and Dungeons. Thank you. Ad read done.
Yes, thank you, Patreon members. And I should say that the polls so far have given us really very reasonable results.
And you guys need to fix that.
Yeah.
We need more ridiculousness on this channel, clearly. So if you like poop humor and making them paint ridiculous things,
Or if you want a tavern
become a
that's
supporter.
zebra-shaped or zebra striped.
yeah,
Yeah.
all those things can happen on our Patreon.
Can they?
Yes.
Just let them think they can.
Are we
Thank
done for
you.
poop jokes?
No.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you, everyone who has already become a patron. We really appreciate you very much. And we hope you check out our patron page and consider helping us out.
It's
We'd
the
appreciate
best
it.
way to support the show.
It is.
It is the best way to support the show.
I like money.
And so, with that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Welcome back, everyone.
Ah!
Glad that's out of the way. Last week on Dice and Dungeons, after spending time toying around with the various communication crystals that were found in the government building,
We were deadly serious. We were not toying around.
They were toying.
We saw Solon.
perhaps Ulseth was serious. Nines is definitely toying around now.
Oh, yeah, I made a friend. What was his name again?
Crow.
That was his name.
Alistair Crowley.
What was the name of the tabaxi I made friends with? And I said that if when I meet him, I will give him a crowbar.
I'll look it up for you.
Well, if you didn't write it down, there's no way you can find out. Certainly not by going and watching the previous episode.
Well, Nines is going to forget anyway.
I didn't write it down.
And so you were saying?
Right? That was the most important thing to happen in that
Can't
episode.
even
He
get through
didn't
my
write it
opening
down.
read this week.
Nope.
As I was saying, after spending time toying with the various communication crystals to be found in the government building, the party set their minds to understanding the puzzle to be found in the main council chambers, to which I still cannot believe you actually figured it out with the way that you have all been going lately. They gathered a great deal of rope and tied together all 21 hooks, lowering the central spire of the Unrissa mosaic above them. This lowered the spire from the ceiling, but raised the spire outside, and it also revealed a new piece of the broken Orat Mall. And so, they went deeper into the bowels of the city and discovered ancient docks that still have ships moored at them. We pick up the story with the four of you at the dock side, on the upper level, looking down below.
And we're going into the door to the north.
Yeah, there was a northern door.
I will bring up
I think. Yeah, we were going into that northern building. or whatever door. It's kind of is it we're like in a cavern,
That
right?
one?
Yeah.
Yes, the
So-
space that you've entered is partially shaped. So the walls that, if you're standing on this X as you enter, if you're in that general space, the walls that you had to your rear and left and right, they would be mostly shaped and carved cleanly. But then further out, it seems to be a natural cavern. Especially as you get towards the waterfront. Seems to be all natural cave walls.
So, are these like buildings or are they rooms? Like, do they have roofs?
They have roofs. Yes, they are buildings. You are underground.
Okay.
So all the rooftops are flat.
Right.
There really shouldn't be all that much precipitation down here. Maybe the occasional drip from condensation on the ceiling
Oh, yeah.
above.
Are there stalactites?
There's a few, but not very large.
You who
And
are our
there are
captain.
independent buildings.
You who are our captain without a name.
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to enter the door first?
I can, if that is what you wish.
I
Sure.
wish that.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
If
I shall-
we could go through the desert with a captain with no name.
We could. In four-part harmony.
Really?
What?
Really not that good, though. I mean, it's just... Ba, 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 ba.
What? Also, how much meat have you had?
None.
I'm
You're
just.
Would you like to have some
I would
meat?
like to have some meat. Yes, thank you very
While
much.
we're walking, we're going to drink a mead each.
I'm just as confused as you. Wow! 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 Wow!
That was the four-part harmony. Of the,
Wow, 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 wow.
Ba,
That was all
ba,
four parts right
ba, ba.
Black? Is this like a sheep song?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is a song that I'm just not familiar with.
Been through the desert with a captain with no name. You're not familiar with that?
Not with that one.
Not with the bars in it.
Not with the bars in it.
Yeah, there's,
was like,
if you
what
listen
the-
to the song, there's a whole part where they sing nothing but bars in harmony.
When
I
they
mean-
finish, it must be a boss relief.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Now that I'm thinking on it,
Yeah,
there is
see?
that.
Yeah.
My head hurts now.
Wow, and I haven't even started playing yet.
No, you haven't. This place appears to be a restaurant. You enter.
No.
There's
Seafood restaurant.
tables that fill the space,
Is there a creepy
crumbling
mascot?
chairs, some flatware is still on several of the surfaces. It looks as though it was perhaps left in the middle of preparing for the next wave of customers.
Check the silverware. See if it's precious metal.
Is there a sign that
This
says?
silverware is not.
Is there a sign that says "Please wait to be seated"?
There are signs, but you can't read them.
No, I'm not using a scroll to read this.
I can't read that.
It says no cats allowed.
It does not say that.
It doesn't.
Cats are allowed everywhere.
It says
It should.
no dogs named Winifred.
It says no shoes, no shedding, no service.
We have shoes. We're good.
Yes, we have best shoes.
You have really good shoes.
So yes, great shoes. They fart.
Yeah.
What about the shedding?
I have shoes on. It's great.
And a shirt.
So
Doesn't
that's
say
I would
anything
like-
about pants.
I would like to
No.
search the restaurant and see if there's anything.
There's another room in the back.
How much gum
towards
is
the
underneath
back of the
table?
restaurant.
No.
There is another door. It's currently closed, but unlike some of the other doors that you saw in the city above, and indeed inside some of the buildings, this door is a traditional door. It's not the more changeling specific doorway.
Is
Does
it
it have a
locked?
porthole window in it?
It does, yeah.
Are there weird knickknacks on the walls?
No,
Oh,
no.
Tankards.
tankards, did you say?
Yeah, on shelves on the walls, decorative.
No, there's really not a whole lot of decoration on the walls. There's some signs that there might have been things on the walls at one point, but perhaps they were all taken down as people left the city.
Is the door locked?
Mm-mm.
I pick the lock. And then go, I
Okay.
unlocked it.
Thank you. That was
You're
very
welcome.
good.
Was that
Sorry.
mead going down okay?
Yeah, that was good mead.
Well, I
why
got
don't-
20 on my insight
Why
check.
don't you make a lock-picking check?
To see if I can pretend? Or you think I might lock it? 9. The best number.
You don't lock it. You're not super convincing that you picked it either, but you don't lock it. So the door's still open.
Well, I got 20 on my insight check.
Oh yeah, you probably definitely noticed.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that she's just messing around.
What?
I go through the door.
I know what you did.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Unlock the door. Exactly. It's easy
I'm on the
as
other
doing
side of the
nothing.
door.
Okay. On the other side of the door, I'm gonna just block that from the viewers for a minute while I reveal this.
Oh my god, it's so amazing.
It really isn't. I'm just trying to make that visually clean. It's pretty obvious on the other side. It's a kitchen.
Well, are those all little
It's-
rooms or like?
Does it
shelves?
smell like there's rotted things in here?
No, not
Oh, okay.
really.
Oh, so it's been so long that the smell's gone away.
Yeah,
How
probably.
many spices are on their spice rack?
8.
Wow, there's got to be doubles in there.
I
Wanted to set you up for that joke, so I chose the number that The Simpsons used because The Simpsons already did it.
I sniffed the oregano.
It's not good.
I sniffed the other oregano.
It's like Fazoli's. Oh.
I mean, there's none of the spices that they're all dried, so they didn't just like rot, but they don't smell like much. They lost all their potency.
So it is like Fazoli's. All right, I'm gonna do a thorough check of the kitchen.
You find what you'd expect in any kitchen. Some cutlery.
I make sure none of
Yeah.
them are magic.
So you take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
And I look at my sweet knife while she does that. I'm like,
Nice.
wow.
I'm saying
This
that
is
guy.
great knife!
Magic, magic, magic. Just
Also,
glaring. Magic, magic.
You see this great knife?
Magic,
Yeah,
magic.
I saw that you could make things with a knife.
Yeah, Captain!
Yes.
See this great knife?
It is a great
It's
knife.
a great knife! Accidentally make a lemon.
Okay. That you produce a lemon in the air and
Ugh. Pretty knife.
A pretty nice knife. How much meat have you had? Jeez.
We've only had
knife,
2
knife.
mugs. There are 2 more left, are there not?
Good one, there should only be one left.
I want a picture of Nines, just like pretty knife, just like pointing at a knife.
So,
Nine's knife
There's
shop.
nothing magical in here.
alright, I'll check the front.
There's nothing magical in the front either.
What about our friendship? Is that pretty magical?
Very.
I check Nines in my friendship. Is it actually magical?
It's super magical.
Wow. Okay.
Because friendship is magic.
What type of magic?
Friendship magic.
No. What school?
The school of friendship.
They have a whole school about that. Didn't you watch the show?
Is there anything else in these rooms?
My little tabaxi.
I think only if you want really old spices, which you do sometimes.
No,
so.
not Old Spice, no.
All right, then we'll go.
There's really.
We'd like
mean-
you to support us.
Let's
Send
go.
us an ad.
It's a kitchen.
Let's go to the center building then.
Yeah,
Leave
the
here.
one in the middle there.
Okay.
We'll go down,
Sure.
and then we'll hit the south one afterwards.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan?
It's a plan. Probably as good a plan as we've had in a long
do we
time,
want to send the
actually.
captain in first?
No.
No, I think you should go in first.
I'm going. Okay, I go in first.
Okay.
I make myself look like the captain though, to
In
feel brave.
inside, you find a simple desk. This room has a few windows in it, so it's fairly well lit from the exterior. Like most of this area, though, it's not fully illuminated by the artificial light.
Right.
here.
Things were running at like half power.
Yeah. So it's a little dim.
70%.
Was it 70?
It's a little dim, and it's not the cleanest of spaces. You can see that there's a little mildew and mold around here. There's a small desk that gives you the obvious... It's obvious that this is some sort of reception area.
Do I detect magic?
There's no magic here.
I
Is there any
searched the
gum
desk.
under? Yeah, is there any gum under the receptionist desk?
A lot. Yeah. Yeah.
I take some.
This is... that.
Okay, so there's a second room behind it.
Yep. So
So
this
I'll-
is the room you're in. There's a little desk here. And then on the far side of the room, there is another door.
Ooh, I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay, sure. In this room, you find that it's significantly fancier in its feel. And there's a large bank of windows that looks out over the harbor.
You can deposit money here.
It's a bank.
There's a very nice desk.
It's pretty good considering you've only seen like
There's-
one bank before.
I've seen a lot of river banks.
There's several framed
That's where I keep all my coins.
pictures and other pieces of...
So what are the pictures of? Or I should say, of what are the pictures?
The pictures depict ships and landscapes. They're just pretty.
Are there anything behind the paintings?
We'll find out because I'm shoving
But
them
it's
all in my
not just
bag.
paintings. There's also like framed pieces of mosaics and murals.
Oh, we take them all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just shoving them in my bag. I'll drop whatever armor I need to.
All right. Sure. Why don't you drop 2 breastplates
All right.
and
Hey, we have a deed. We need to decorate this place when we get it.
We definitely do. And we do
Put,
not know how valuable these pieces of art might be.
5 nice paintings and
2 okay paintings.
there are 4 that have basically little pieces of like pottery and things. They look to be pretty old. Maybe they're pieces from like ancient changeling cities. You might have this idea. It looks like very old pottery. And then there's one that is just this sliver of what you suspect would be a larger mosaic or mural. It's perfectly cut, and you know it's about like yay big.
Like 6 inches by 6
about
inches.
more like 4x4, you know. And it depicts just like a sliver. It's got a face, and like this little hat. You're pretty sure it's some sort of partial image of Jarella. And you have all those.
In my bag.
So I searched the room for anything else.
Why don't you make an investigation check?
I got an 8.
Oh, I was gonna guide you, but you rolled too fast.
Really wouldn't have helped very much.
You don't find anything out of place. There's some coins.
Some of those like metal and wood ones that we've had before.
You actually find 2 crystal coins.
Ooh. I give those to Zoria.
You find them between the cushions of a couch
Ah,
that's in the room. The couch is pretty well fallen apart, but the cushions were still obscuring a couple of pieces of crystal coin.
Hey, Yosef!
Yes, what is it, Nines?
Do you think there's something hidden underneath floorboards?
I think it is worth looking.
I take a crowbar and I try to pry the floor up.
There's not much to get, like, leverage on. It's a pretty... I haven't really discussed the floors in most of these places, but they're generally smooth floors.
Smooth stone.
Yeah, the only place that I've ever really discussed the floor was in the school. It had this sort of mosaic pattern depicting a bunch of fractals.
Do I detect any magic in this room?
No magic.
Well, before your magic detection runs out, let's go to the south room.
All right.
And we run.
Running just as fast as we can.
All right. Let me pull that up.
And I'll pop in it first, since I have magic detection.
Wow, we're going through this
Alright,
rooms fast.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
there's not a
unusual, isn't
whole
it?
lot of rooms here.
I mean, other than gum and some coins, we haven't really found
That's a good
much.
point. We should go back and collect all
We
the
got
gum.
some nice
Okay.
paintings for.
Yes, those were.
We have a deed for a place,
Those could be.
and we
very-
need to decorate.
That could be really ancient changeling art. It
Exactly.
could be almost invaluable,
When
especially
you
among changelings.
enter the building, you have just a few moments left on your detect magic spell,
Uh-huh.
but you detect no magic as you enter.
Okay.
This building, which is quite long, and as you discover once you open the door, fairly shallow, it isn't very wide.
Run down the hall!
Inside, you find it full, well, not like full to the brim, but very full of crates. Some open, some still, sealed with nails. This seems to be a storage room of some sort. There's a whole lot.
Well, that's just great.
And
I leave.
There's no
as you
magic.
enter the room down to your left, I'm going to pull the map up so you can see this. To your left as you enter, which is clearly a storage room, you do see another door. Okay?
Let's run to that door before you detect magic.
I
runs
think
out.
she,
It's already
she
faded.
already said it. Already faded.
It has already
All right.
And
Oh, more.
this door is at least painted. You don't believe that it's solid, but it is painted gold. And has a very nice lock and handle that looks pretty fancy, is what I'm trying to get across. This door is more secure and clearly intended to make whomever goes through it feel like it's kind of a special place.
Should we check this room first?
Yes, let's thoroughly examine the room since there's a lot of crates and things that should take the better part of 2 or 3 weeks.
Who wants to investigate?
I'll investigate.
Guidance.
Ah.
Oh, no.
I got a 5 with your guidance. I added 4 to my...
Tier 1.
I will address that in just a moment. I am going to go take care of something. Hang on.
So, what will happen with the Nat 1 investigation in the room full of crates? Is Nine's about to be crushed by a pile of crates that he pulled down onto himself?
Sorry, our painting room door was open, and the 3D printer was running, and I could start to hear some of the printing noise come out. Didn't know if it was hitting the mics, so I wanted to close that before it became a problem.
Understood.
You find a lot of crates, most of which are empty. Some still have things in them.
You have found things.
it looks like a few of the crates must have been from. Well, you recognize some of the writing. It looks to be a Navinian vineyard. They're wine bottles, and you recognize, although you can't. I don't think Nines can read or speak Navinian. Is that one of your languages?
No.
I didn't think so, but you recognize it well enough. And you can see how this is clearly Navinian. The bottles are more than 1,000 years old.
So
So yeah, we're gonna be rich.
what, in the vinegar business?
Yes. You make all the honey and vinegar.
I'm not sure that there's quite that much money in vinegar.
Well, we could find out.
See,
Pop
what you do
about
is you
it.
take vinegar and then you just write artisan on top of it.
Seasonal.
You,
No.
you are a captain.
No.
You are a captain with no name.
Yes.
Would you care to try some of this well-aged wine that we have found?
Do you know what is never used to describe wine?
Words?
Well aged. Whiskey, bourbon, scotch. Yes, all of those things. Well aged. Wine? Rarely ever is well aged applied to it.
Oh, then what is applied? Other than a label.
Well preserved,
Ah.
perhaps.
We have found some very well-preserved wine.
No,
Is
you
it
haven't.
well?
I pop a bottle open.
You know, thinking about the storage conditions, this wine was probably for a time quite well preserved. It's in the complete dark. It is in a cave, so it's cool. It's in a packing container, so it's dry. So it's probably been about as well preserved as it can be.
See?
It's
also
still a
been thousands.
1,000-year-old wine,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't have held up. So were you opening a bottle? It smells strong and spoiled,
Do you want some?
and like it could
No, it smells like it is spoiled.
clean most anything off of most anything.
Ah, you have found a cleaner.
Clean. No, Nines found this.
Oh.
Yes, it was my discovery. I found it.
We could repackage this and sell it as a
Nines
cleaning
discovered
fluid.
vinegar.
I discovered vinegar. I put one in my bag.
This is a pretty dark red, and there's a lot of. It's unfiltered, so there's quite a few bits in there.
Nice.
That's how I like my vapes too.
Make French fries.
No.
I mean, Navinian fries.
Make
So
Navinian
I
fries.
searched some of the other crates.
I make freedom fries
Go
instead.
ahead. Sure.
Guidance.
Investigation.
I can't get any worse. Nope, I didn't get any worse. 15.
You take a little bit more time than Nines did to investigate the.
That was a
remaining crates.
very interesting box. Thank you very much.
Are you sitting in it?
Yeah. Is that where all the wine bottles are?
Yeah.
There is an empty box with only, some bits of straw in there, and Nines just jumped right in and like poked his little head out above it. It's like,
That looks like a very comfortable box.
It's not.
Oh,
I write
that is too bad.
idiot box on it.
I write not above idiot.
There you go.
Upside down, by the way.
Because you're looking at the side. But I take my time to
So it
examine
says-
things thoroughly.
it says ton, but upside down.
Box. Idiot box.
A ton idiot box. There's a ton of idiots in there.
Ulseth,
You want to get in the box?
Not this one. I will find my own. Thank you.
you discover little more than Nines did. Most of the crates in here are empty, but there is one crate that sort of sparks interest for you.
Ah, I find this box
Perhaps
interesting.
even sparks some joy. It's a box of ancient testaxes. And these predate anything that you've ever seen. You've never seen a Tistaxi made like this. These are clay-fired Tistaxis. Usually these days they are carved from wood and not made of clay. So this is pretty uncommon.
This is fine porcelain Tistaxis.
Yes.
Yo, Azoria,
Yeah.
look what I have found in this crate.
Wow. Cats.
Yeah, do you think that these are even more
Wait, you
valuable
found-
than your holographic whatevers?
I'm gonna inspect one.
It's an ancient Tistaxi.
Do they have any markings like rarity markings on them?
No.
First edition.
No, they don't.
They're all first editions.
So
that's
for anyone who is joining us for the first time here or hasn't gone back to listen to our entire catalog, I will explain what a Tistaxi is. There is a game within our world called Tistaxis, which is a game played with stackable cat figurines that may have some common traits in its marketing features to a certain children's card game that is published by a company that also makes an Italian plumber game. And Tistaxis is our world's sort of parody of that. But this is an ancient crate of Tistaxis. And they have no such first edition markings
How?
or rare markings. In fact, they're all sort of generally uniform.
These are very old. They are as old as the city has been dead.
Yeah.
But the Staxies will never die. It's the best sport.
Did you know that your ancient ancestors used to play this game?
No.
And chew a lot of gum.
How do you think they won it to Staxies?
These aren't these aren't actually my direct ancestors. These were people who split off from the Unrissa group.
Anyway,
Clearly, it's the best one because they played to Staxies.
would you like to have these
I guess I'll keep filling my bag with random things. So I'm gonna put in how many Tistaxis are.
Roll percentile dice, if you would.
86.
Okay.
Now, here's an important question: Are they?
You have more than 86, by the way.
Are these compatible with modern day Tistaxis?
You think so? You have 1,032.
We're gonna be rich.
That is a lot of really, really
You have to
ancient.
take out 3 more pieces of armor.
But
These
it's
are
worth
really
it.
heavy
How much?
Staxies.
Well, you have 1,032. And they take up a fair bit of space in here, and they're clay, not wood. They're much heavier.
1,032.
Yes.
Alright. So, I took like 200 pounds of armor, so I'm not like hurting on it yet.
No, you're not.
Alright. I have a very weirdly full bag.
Well, I hope that these Tistaxis are valued somewhere.
We'll see. I can be an antiques dealer when we get to the Republic at this point.
Can't wait until we run into
Yeah,
no win-
it will fit
I like
with
how
our
your
alter
plan
egos.
started with, I'm going to be an arms dealer and carry all this ancient changeling armor, and now you're like, I'm going to be an antiques dealer.
It's more passive. I'm going to inspect the door before I try to open it, because I feel like it stands out so much. I want to make sure it's not trapped or locked.
Okay, sure. Make an investigation check.
Guidance. 17.
You don't detect any traps, no? Nothing there.
Is it locked?
Yes, it is locked.
Okay.
Is it
You-
locked with a
you
lock
can-
or is it locked with a slot?
A lock.
A lock.
Yes.
I'm going to attempt to pick it then.
Okay.
Guidance. Should I turn into a rogue for inspiration.
Yeah, you should turn into a famous rogue.
A famous rogue.
Yep.
Like, I don't know any famous rogues.
No, do the most famous rogue you know.
Dromar?
He's infamous.
He was a rogue.
All right, I'll turn into Dromar.
Hello!
I didn't say that.
I said it.
Oh no, Dromar failed me. 10.
The lock eludes you.
It like dodged my lock.
Oh yes, yes.
Dromar disappoints us once more!
I turn back to Soren.
You who are a captain who has no name,
Yes.
would you care to make an effort to open this door by unlocking it?
I can make an attempt. Sure.
Yes.
That was bouncing out. Well, let me. One moment. He starts to actually focus. And then pulls away. Don't believe that I can unlock this door.
Well, you
This is
gave me
a-
tools, so I will attempt to do it.
Very secure lock.
I pull out the tool that the captain gave me.
All right, you're basically just making a dexterity check at this point.
Guidance.
Not even at disadvantage.
Well, you know, this is a difficult lock.
You don't know what you're doing at all.
You don't know what you're doing at all. Yeah, probably disadvantage here.
You're gonna feel so stupid in just a moment.
When you roll 2 20s.
I rolled a 9, best number.
9 total?
Oh wait, no 8. 8 total if it's just adding dexterity.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I got an 8. So not even best number.
All right. You fail to unlock the door.
Is there a gap between the size of the door and the frame?
No.
Are the hinges on the inside or the outside?
They are on the inside. So you cannot see
Can
them
I
just
tap it? And is it? It looked gold. Does it feel like it's wood with like a gold foil on it, or just paint, or does it feel metal?
The door is metal, but you can tell that it's not made of gold. The gold is painted on. But you're pretty sure that this is like a gold fleck paint.
Well, I can go through the other side if you want.
You can go through the other side.
Yeah,
So you can break on through to the other side.
crawl under as a spider.
Is there a gap under the door?
No, this is a very well sealed door.
I mean, a spider can get through like anything.
Does it look like the spider can actually get through it?
I suppose if you turned into a small enough spider, you probably could fit through.
There's only an upper limit size restriction,
The gap,
so I
yeah.
turn into a flea.
Okay. Really? You do?
Yeah, I've seen a flea before on Ulsteth. You should shower more.
We can go back. There's showers in this facility.
Yeah, there are.
On the other side,
9 takes a few steps away from Olsef.
guys. On the other side, you see there's rows upon rows of secure containers. They all have like bin numbers. So picture all these shelves,
Got it.
and there's little boxes on them,
Boxes on the shelves.
and they're labeled like 1, 2, 3. You can understand the number system. And all the boxes on the shelves themselves they're all secure. So they all have locks on these boxes.
Every single box is locked.
This seems to be some sort of secure storage room.
Did I see anything that looks dangerous in here? Or am I?
No, the room itself is fairly plain.
Alright.
There's 6 shelves.
Do I see on the door any way to unlock it from this side?
There's just a handle here.
Okay. I will drop flea shape,
Okay, you're back to being Soria.
and I'll try the handle.
You hear some mechanical movements, more than just a handle being depressed. There's a lot of mechanisms that are unlocking here, and then the door opens, and you can go through it.
Ooh, it was a lot easier to pick from this side.
You did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Insight
Thank you.
check. Can I get guidance?
There you go. I rolled a 11.
I like how Soria and Nines have this game to the point where Soria is helping Nines out. Like, I'm lying. Let's see if you can tell.
Oh, wait, you got an
Guidance.
11?
Yeah.
Total.
With my guidance, I get 12.
So you saw the. Yeah. I definitely didn't pick it from this side.
I put
You put what?
I put something in the door so it can't lock again behind us,
Oh, we like block the door with a crate or
like a
something
crate,
so it can't
yeah.
close.
Sure.
like with a crate
Yeah,
from the other
you can do
side.
that.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
now, how
check
many,
out these
How many
bins.
of these secure storage containers are there?
Each shelf has 36 containers on it. There are 6 shelves.
I'm going to start casting Detect Magic. You guys do whatever it is you want to do. If you need help unlocking things, just ask the captain.
I open the box that's label number 9. Or go to the shelf label number 9.
Okay, so
There's 6 shelves.
there's 6 shelves.
Oh, there's 6 shelves, but you said it.
Yeah. So none of them would have be. number
But you
nine.
could go 9 boxes in.
Well, I was
There's-
looking upside down,
You could
so.
look upside down.
So the 6th shelf. You're still in your box.
Looking from the top down,
Looking from the top down, I go to the 9.
So you go to the end.
and pick the 9th box on the 9th shelf upside
The
down.
9th box on the 6th shelf.
Okay, sure. You pick the 3rd box out of the 2nd row down. That would be box number 9.
Alright.
There you go.
I'm doing math in this place. What's in box number 9?
It's locked. All the boxes are locked.
What kind of lock is on them? Like a keyhole lock?
Padlock.
These all have what seem to be pretty typical locks.
Captain!
Yes?
Well, what's this? Whatever's in this box?
All right. Let me see if I can get this one. Walks over. Instead of doing his usual one-hand technique, he actually takes out both hands and is making real effort. It takes him a moment or two, but the lock eventually does pop open. And the box is accessible.
What
So
are-
you,
Oh, I was just wondering, what are the boxes made out of?
a strange type of metal that you haven't seen before.
My Detect Magic might not be able to see through these.
You open this box, and there's nothing inside.
You chose well.
There's an invisible magic item in there. You just have to reach around for it for a while. Magic, magic, magic.
I start reaching in there. Wait.
I rolled. It rolled outside my box, but it's a 6 total.
Oh, wow, I actually beat you.
I am not
Like, I
focusing
rolled a
on
5.
lying right now.
Like, I look at you, I still tap the bottom of it.
Just in case.
Just in case. Maybe you were wrong. You didn't know.
You know, you might have been right.
So you take 10 minutes to cast Detect
Yep.
Magic. You don't detect any magic in here.
But I can't see through, like, even a thin thing of lead. So if this metal is like that.
I mean, we can test that.
Yeah, I put a magic item in the open box.
Okay.
And then just sort of see if I can see through
You cannot.
the glow. Yeah. All right. So we have to take a few days to open all of these boxes.
Just put those shelves in bag. We'll do it till later.
Soria walking by with your bag of holding out.
There's only 215 more of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to just crowbar
Is
them
there?
open?
I don't know. Can I try?
Wait, was there a desk in here?
Was there a desk in here?
Yeah.
No, there was no desk in here.
Is there a box that would hold keys?
No,
There's no key box.
Are all these boxes joined together, or are they separate?
they're all separate.
Okay. So
You-
they're just sitting on the
Yep,
shelves.
you kind of get the idea that this would have been perhaps individual valuable items would have been maybe stored here
Are they-
or like quarantined here or something.
So-
You don't know the purpose of this building, but you're pretty sure this room was designed to hold valuable
Are they
items.
pickupable? Are they nailed? Or are they attached to the shelves?
The boxes themselves have a little bit of chain, so you can remove them and even like just set them on the ground. It's probably about 10-foot chain.
Just-
I will
or
go
something.
through each box
See what?
and shake each one.
See if any of them weighs more.
I'll shake each one. I'll take the empty one. Mm-hmm. Now
As
I
a
know how much
guide.
the empty one is. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to go through the other 215 boxes.
Do you want help, Olsef?
And I'm going to identify which one of them.
So you empty the box.
The already empty
it's
box.
already
yeah.
emptied.
I want to make sure you took the magic
Oh
item.
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I didn't even say what magic item it was. So
I figured you probably put
Definitely.
your orb of direction in there. 'cause
Yeah.
it's the
So I
most
very
portable.
carefully judge the weight. Now I go through the other 215 boxes and check their weight to see if any of them are heavier than the empty one. And I also shake if it is.
Ooh, check to see if they're lighter, because if it's lighter, then
Oh,
that
it
might
could
be even cooler.
It could be even more magical, yeah. So I check their weight variations and I shake them to see if there's any objects and that makes sounds.
And that's why I can't handle anyone's baby anymore.
Make
215 investigation checks. No?
no.
Sure.
Yes. Make an intelligence check.
guidance.
No guidance on this.
Why not?
Because what I am seeing is how capable is Ulseth of actually judging the weight difference from one box to another without any measurement systems.
18.
Really? Wow.
17
Nice.
plus 1, yeah.
You
I'm
go
pretty good
through
at it.
and you're fairly certain that all the boxes weigh the same.
Olsef, I think you just did it wrong. Do it again.
Wait, let's do one test. I put, I don't know, something heavy, a rock, or whatever. I put a bag of trail mix in the open box
Okay?
and close it.
Sure.
Does that now try and feel
And I
it?
lift it up.
Does it weigh the same?
It feels no different.
I shake.
But they're not magically on the exterior, at least.
Yeah, so I take the one that has the trail mix in it and I shake it.
You feel no movement in there.
No sound.
No sound, no movement, no weight difference.
Well, this was a good use of 215 boxes.
These are very secure boxes. Interestingly enough, I feel like I should point this out to a group of adventurers. I have placed 215 boxes
Well, 216, but the one has already been opened.
we finish, 215 boxes of mysteriousness in front of you. One box has been opened and you have not seen anything in this. You have, however, determined that this box is capable of obscuring magic items, obscuring whether an item is in there at all, and hiding weight of objects.
Yeah,
So,
we have to
How
open
much-
them all.
So
wait,
Billings
wait,
found
wait.
the best box in the
However,
world.
you also do know that there is a limited space in the box, and that the space inside the box does not grow or shift or change.
how is it? You said it's chained. They're all chained to the wall.
They're all chained to their shelves, and it's just normal chain. You detect no magic on this chain.
Okay.
It does not appear to be any sort of mysterious
break all the chains.
thing.
Going to give up even more armor?
Yeah, whatever, it's just armor.
It's not like you're an arm.
These are
dealer.
magic hidey boxes.
Yeah,
They would be perfect for smugglers. And we're supposed to be playing smugglers.
Your narrative
Right.
keeps shifting. You're like, smuggler,
And-
arms dealer, antique dealer, back to
We'll
smuggler.
figure out our. We're getting all our options.
Okay.
How much does one box weigh?
I'm gonna start calling you Hannah Solo.
How much does one box weigh?
One box weighs, let's 6 pounds.
Okay, and there's 200 of them. 250.
216.
You probably could not take all of them in your bag.
What's your limit?
500. And I have a bunch of crap in them.
Yeah, and this total's 1,300. So the captain opened one.
The one that you're holding.
Well, Captain,
Yes.
Get to work.
get to work. Open the boxes.
We're gonna take a long rest.
There are only 215 more boxes. I am sure this will not be much time.
I would also,
Once you have opened one, I'm sure that they are all alike. They will be very easy to open.
I do want to remind the players that Brukelion is currently somewhere within
I know.
the depths of the city and is enacting some sort of nefarious plan at this very moment. That you absolutely have the option to sit here and open all of these boxes,
Let's open three
but
more. And,
there
and
there
then see.
might be a consequence.
All right.
I
They're
say we
numbered.
all pick one box to pick, and then we open it.
We each pick one box, and then I'm gonna just take as many as I can fit.
Let's just leave them here and we can come back.
No! What if there's valuable thing in there?
We each pick one box, and then we will move on.
Okay.
Okay, I picked this one.
Just one random one.
Oh,
Okay. You pick box number 42.
oh, how,
That's the number of the episode.
I know. That's a coinkydink.
Yeah.
Do the two of you have any sort of preference?
I
Rose.
rolled a 79.
All right, you pick box 79.
That's not what it meant.
I will pick box
Too bad.
84.
You pick box 84.
Captain, what box are you picking?
Box 85.
Hey, don't prices right me.
So you get that reference.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna be doing some weight math while you guys are opening those boxes.
So,
So,
the captain is able to open 2 of them. He's able to open Ulseth's and Soria's, but not Nine's and his own.
so 42 and
Then I'll try to
84.
open my own.
Oh, please, let's see.
I got a 17.
Admirable, but you are unable to open it.
If only it had guidance.
Inside your 2 boxes, you find nothing.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Take a few and lock the door behind us with the rest? Come back later?
Yep, I will empty out all the armor on the floor,
Okay.
and we'll break off 50 boxes at random,
All right.
and I'll put them in my bag.
If you put armor in box, won't that lower your weight limit?
Ah, that's right. It does not weigh anything. If you could fill the
The
boxes.
boxes are not large enough to fit a piece of armor.
Even
Not
if
even
I
a-
folded up chainmail.
Well, or
It could fit. Did you mostly have chainmail? Is that what you had?
I grabbed a lot.
Because I don't think you had any particular preference. You just grabbed a bunch. Chainmail. You could probably fold it up and put it in there.
we have
But-
3 open empty boxes.
But solid pieces, like a
Not even a helm or a gauntlet.
maybe a gauntlet. The boxes are only about, a foot wide. They're kind of like a cubic foot. They're not massive.
Well, you could certainly get a helm or a gauntlet into these and chainmail around it.
And there's padding on the inside that takes up some of the space.
Is it nice padding?
It seems to be.
I feel the padding.
I'm just going to take
It's
50
good padding.
50 magic boxes that's a good round number. I like it.
Okay.
We do like round numbers.
Of the ones we haven't opened.
Mm-hmm.
And just shove them in my bag.
And then when we have spare time, we can open up a whole bunch of loot boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm just adding them to my inventory, so
Yep.
go on without me.
Anything else interesting in this room?
No, that seems to be the room.
Just a big chain. All I got was this big ring of keys, but that seemed useless, so I didn't bother mentioning it.
I would like to leave this room right now.
You can leave this room.
Leave the room. I don't know what the DM was thinking, giving us a room full of 216 obviously holding valuable boxes, not thinking that we were going to spend the next 7 or 8 years opening all the boxes.
It's called padding.
If
What?
there were like 12,
I'm right.
There could have been 12 boxes, and then we could have gone on with it, but no.
Do you want to open the rest of them?
Well, this might be called a little, DM adventure trap. Pose something that's nearly irresistible to adventurers.
We have
Joke's on you. We're too smart to run into that trap.
Yeah.
50 awesome boxes now.
If there
might have
were a
some,
set of bars blocking a passageway, yeah, maybe that would work.
Alright, I've done
That
enough.
definitely doesn't work.
Soria's done enough math for the day, so she's gonna go play with one of those cranes.
Okay. We're going to destroy one of those ships, so let's get on with it.
Let's see. I think we've gone through all the rooms up on the top level now, right? If I remember.
Yeah, so there are
On the map.
currently 5 cranes.
So we should check out one of the cranes, see if they're operational.
Sorry, do you know how to run a crane?
Yeah, we used to have all sorts of cranes in our swamp.
Oh, I will be glad to watch you. This should be very entertaining.
Yeah, they catch fish and stuff. They're pretty cool.
Okay. Big
I
fish.
do catch fish with this thing?
Usually a beak. Yeah.
I don't see a beak on this.
Well, these are city cranes,
So
not swamp
gonna-
cranes.
I'm going to bring this up
Which crane do you
so
play
you
with?
can see the docs here and
well,
show
we
it to
came out-
everybody. You all have been until this moment, down.
That was the room full of boxes.
You've been all down there. There are 5 cranes.
Ooh, let's go to the one that's just north of us, and that way we can have a crane fight.
Okay, do you want the big one or the little one?
Are you talking about this set here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're both going to take a crane.
Okay. You both
I will
go to a crane.
inspect the crane to see how it's operated.
I'm
because
going to push every button on there.
I don't see any claws on it, so I don't think it's the same kind of crane.
All of the cranes. And you can see from where you're sitting are you in the larger one, Soria?
No, I assumed Nines would want the large
Okay.
one because of his ego.
You both can see from where you
I'm in
sit
big boy crane.
that all of the cranes have a large crate or other container that is still suspended from a hook, and it's still holding it out there. All 5 of them have something that they're holding. As you try to, as you said, press all the buttons, nothing happens. There's no response. There's no movement. And you notice, as you get up to the cranes that there's a lot of pipes that are leading into the base of this crane.
Nice, you broke it.
It was broke when I got here.
That's what you say about everything you break.
Not everything I break. Some things also have breaks.
I do not do that. Sometimes if I break things, it is because
probably,
I am attempting to get into them or through them.
These are probably not running because there's not full power running to this area. Nines, crawl out there and open that crate on the end of the crane.
How feasible does that seem?
You would have to first climb up a little bit, probably about 20 feet above where the driver position is. And then you would have to walk out on the larger one 100 foot on this sort of lattice work, and
Then I had to turn to an ox.
pretty small. Then you would have to get to the cable and then shimmy down the cable carefully, which is and it's kind of like all pointed up, so it's like suspended, and you'd have to probably go down 30 feet, and then you'd still be on top of its container and have to figure out how to release it, and you would still have that container probably 30 to 40 feet above the ground.
So that sounds dangerous.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah,
cool.
it's dangerous because
Only
No.
if it was on fire.
not
would it be
only
cool.
not only is the crane raised up, but all of the containers. I'll show this again. They're out over the lower level, which is about 25 feet lower than the level you're on.
So I could theoretically just jump from where I am now.
To the crate.
You would have to jump about 30 feet out.
I
You're
mean,
like frantically looking up long jump rules.
I got feline agility. This seems like the thing it would work towards. I don't want to die though. Jumping
And
off
you'd also
of...
you'd still have to
Jumping onto a
get
crate.
several feet vertical.
So I look at the base of one of these cranes. You said there's a bunch of pipes going into it.
Yes.
They're coming from where?
The floor. They're coming up from the
From
the
underneath.
Floor. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to search around to see if there's any like hatches or manhole covers along the upper surface that would go down below. And if not, I'm going to go down to the lower level and look for a doorway into the area underneath the crane.
And
You
I'll
want us
take
to go
it
with you.
If you want to.
So
I'm
you're
just
going
looking
down
for,
to the lower level.
eventually.
Eventually, I'm looking for access to
Okay.
the source of the pipes.
For the record, since you mentioned long jumping, the current world record for long jump is 8.95 meters, or a little shy of 29.5 feet.
For
almost
humans,
enough.
though.
Yeah, but I'm a tabaxi.
Yeah.
And
You
we
only
are
need to-
incredibly overconfident.
You only need to
You are definitely
add about,
overconfident.
like 3 feet to that, and you could do it.
Yes, I just have to break the world record
Mm-hmm.
with feline agility
And land
and
safely on
land,
the box.
yeah, land safely on it.
Yeah.
There are
I love that I
I'm
describe like the maximum, the absolute maximum, the peak performance that one can achieve, and the players go, "Oh well, that's nothing. That's fine. We got that."
You don't understand. I'm a cat.
So you are looking around for something that
I'm looking
these
for
pipes could go to.
like an access door or port or manhole cover that would lead down to where the pipes are going. And if I
There's-
can't find that on the upper level, I go to the lower level and look for, where the wall is between the upper and lower level. I'm looking for a doorway in.
Okay, would you like to go? There's nothing like that up here.
Well, then I go down and I look for an access door.
Okay, I can bring up the boat level.
I assume we're going to follow Olsep as he walks somewhere without telling us what he's doing.
Yeah, but if he takes like an hour up top here, I will take a short rest.
You who are
No,
following
we
me.
don't do that.
I am looking for a way in to fix the pipes that make the cranes work.
How do you know that's what makes the crane work? Maybe it just looks cool.
It could be.
It does look pretty cool.
It looks really cool.
Those are pretty cool pipes. But they must make something happen.
Must they?
No. Let's find out.
I mean, Nines looks pretty cool, and he doesn't make anything happen.
Yeah, nice. Insight check.
Again.
When
I rolled a nat 1. I am not lying.
when you
Ouch.
guys
Look, see, there's doors.
go down, gonna zoom in a little bit.
Did we
here.
get a short rest while he was searching the floor up above?
No. No. Didn't take that long.
I know, but I want my wild
probably-
shapes.
You're the one who turned into a spider.
I turned into a flea.
A flea.
That
You're the
should
one who
be
turned
only
into a
like
flea.
half a wild shape.
I don't make the rule.
You literally do make the rules.
That's why that was funny. So, this X is about where you come down. The stairs here, or the stairs on the layer above. I'll flash back here, so you can kind of have some linking. Circled the stairs that you headed down, and here's where the stairs are. Here.
Okay.
I checked to make sure I have my SSN ticket.
Yes. You have it.
Do I have my free bicycle coupon?
But Team Rocket's in
Yes.
front of the
You
front of the
definitely have
ships
your free
right now.
bicycle.
Oh, I'm just not going to walk in front of them then.
I go. Let us see if we can get the cranes to work since you want to play with them. I go down.
Why are you encouraging that?
A crane fight
I
sounds
don't
like a lot of
know.
fun.
We'll die.
We need to see what's inside the crates that they're holding.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I mean,
I
they're
go
boxes,
inside.
aren't they?
I say, let us search inside the door to the south of where we had
The
come
southern
down the
door.
stairs.
Okay. Because was
Okay.
there 3 doors or 2?
There's 3.
There's a door here.
A door there,
There's a door there.
and then one up above. Okay.
There's a door there.
Okay, we'll go 3 doors down.
Yeah, we'll do 3 doors now.
Okay.
We'll check the ships last.
Yeah.
Because they might run away when we get close.
No, you have to get the HM first, and then it'll run away.
Right.
We should keep an eye out for a truck.
You guys are so ridiculous.
Various sessions from now, we'll just go up and down the coast for a while.
Exactly. Just
We need to
Grinding.
maximize our items.
grinding tentacruel.
As you enter this room, you see many very neatly stacked crates.
There are more crates.
Boxes.
They are labeled, although you can't understand what they say. And the room smells sweet and pleasant. There's a whole mix of aromas in here.
This is the nicest place smelling that we have visited in a very, very long time.
Sorry,
This smells
a little
better than the
too
place.
sweet in here. It made me sneeze.
I want to open up one of the boxes.
Okay.
I pull out Crowbashalar.
All right. It's not too hard to open them up.
I got Crowbashalar is a great crowbar.
Inside
Quite possibly the best.
you find
Better than the Raven bar.
many smaller boxes neatly packed with straw.
I give up.
I'll look inside one of the smaller boxes.
Okay. Inside one of the smaller boxes
Is
is
it gum?
It's a smaller box.
It's gum.
It's gum.
We have discovered in
There's-
a warehouse.
This
of
is
gum.
where they trade the gum from.
Is it pre-chewed?
This all seems to be freshly wrapped.
I try a freshly wrapped piece of gum.
Okay.
My first non-recycled gum of this adventure.
Oh, you've had fresh gum before.
Not
we
like
found
this.
some
Not fresh out of the
hay.
crate.
Okay.
Not fresh from the hay.
Roll a d10.
If you roll a 10, you
Is that the
die.
one with 10 numbers on it?
Yeah.
Yes. That is the one with 10 numbers on it.
Joke's on you. There's 11 numbers on it, actually.
No, there's not.
I count the 1 and the
Technically-
0 as separate numbers.
Technically, there's 9 numbers in a concept.
I got a 3.
Pineapple.
You You start chewing this piece of gum.
And then
And
make
you
a
feel-
constitution.
And you can't help but feel an overwhelming, just powerful sense of joy and happiness.
So these are medicinal gums.
Do I detect any magic?
No. No magic.
In this whole room. You don't swallow the gum.
Excuse me. I inhaled.
The gum.
Don't chew gum. Anyway, so you who are nines, you look to be euphoric.
For the
This is
first time
pretty
in your life.
good. This is pretty good.
You keep saying
This
that.
is pretty good.
Say that again.
No. Well, it's pretty good, actually, though.
Nines.
Yes,
What do you feel about the voice?
he sucks. I hope he dies.
Would that feel good?
Yes, that'd be great. Especially if we set fire to his boat. We can practice on this boat.
No.
Well,
So,
that'd be pretty good.
Is it good gum?
I mean,
That's great gum.
you keep saying it's good gum.
Well,
May
it's
I have
pretty
a
good
piece?
gum.
Well, we have an entire crate of it.
Here you go.
Here, roll a d10.
That does taste pretty good. And I think today's getting better. I just have a good sense about today. It's nice. You know, it's lovely adventuring with you three.
Well, we are good friends.
Well, we have no name.
So yeah, those boxes
You
were
really
they all
should
locked
pick a
that you
name.
took?
What?
Were those boxes all locked that you took?
Yeah.
I was thinking perhaps if you had an empty one, we could fill it with.
You
this
can
stuff.
go back up and grab one of the unlocked ones.
I
We
run
could
very
take-
quickly and get the unlocked box, bring it back
But
down.
you
and
have to
fill it.
carry it.
I'll carry it. It's only 6
Alright.
pounds.
Okay.
Run back up, get number 42
Sure. Yeah.
and the lid.
Yep.
Bring it back down.
Okay.
And
fill
we have
it,
a short rest in that time.
Fill it. You take a short rest.
Take a short rest.
Do you actually want to take
I would
a
love
1 hour
a short
short?
rest.
I mean, you can.
And
I would like one.
Are we all
I
just gonna
fill-
chill out in the basement, just
and I
chewing
filled,
gum?
I
Yeah.
fill this box with unopened packages of whatever this gum is from the crate.
Okay. Sure.
How many packs of gum do I get?
In that space, you probably get 80
Okay.
packs of gum.
Do we take a short rest?
That's up to you all. You can take an hour-long rest if you wish.
I would like to get my wild shape back.
While you're
Fine.
doing, you can do that. While I do that, I look at the rest of the crates. Are there any crates that seem to stand out because they have like a different colored label, or their crates painted different? Or,
Label Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, there are
Some
different
that-
labels on different crates.
well,
You can't understand what any of them say, but
Yeah.
they are clearly different.
Are there any that look like particularly fancy?
They might be different
Like that.
types of
All
gum.
sorts of
Nothing looks-
scrollies or
Nothing looks fancy, yeah, on any of these. I'm sure you've seen the like stencil and kind of spray paint sort of. It's not dissimilar.
Well, why
from
don't
I
you
pick a crate just and open it with,
with
my
a different
crowbar,
symbol?
with a different symbol than the one we just had.
Okay, roll a d10.
I bet they're different types of gum.
You think we're in the gum section of the dock?
Yeah.
Number 9, the best number for gum.
That's the best number.
Okay. Number 9.
It's just full of cat hair.
It is 9, it's just cat hair.
How did this happen?
You open it up, and it has sort of a minty aroma. It's not a smell that you're particularly familiar with, but it has definitely mint, which you do know, but there's something else in there too.
Try it.
It
Also,
it's
did
not
you
bad,
find more gum?
I did.
but more than just mint.
Unfortunately, I can't chew gum because it sticks to my dentures, but
Wait. You just told us something about your character.
No, you told me about me, which is why when you've been passing gum around, I can never chew it.
Why don't you try some also?
I will try one piece of this fresh minty with something else gum.
Okay. It has a slightly pinkish hue to the gum. And it has kind of a little warmth to it. There's a bit of a heat to this. We might call this peppermint.
So it's not Cajun gum.
It's not Cajun gum. No, it's
Is that a thing?
it's like mint and cinnamon together.
And it doesn't, make me feel all like wonderful and pretty good.
No, there is something distinctly different about that other gum. This is normal gum. It tastes good, like all of the gum has tasted.
How many different symbols are there?
Of what you can see, there are 10 different symbols. There's a lot of crates that are kind of buried behind that you can't see, but you can see 10 different
You were
ones.
able to fit 80 in your box, right? So why don't you just get 8 of each box?
But the gum that you were chewing is a special gum that makes you feel pretty good.
I wasn't chewing any.
Oh, you weren't. Well, the captain and Nines. How are you feeling now?
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, yes.
Yes, it's pretty good.
Indeed. Pretty good.
Is there another door out of here? Or is it just the way we came in?
I'll bring up the image here. Hang on.
Okay.
Did not reveal quite enough. There.
Are there any other?
Oh, there's
There's actually
doors out.
2 doors. One on the north side and one on the south side
Shall
of
we
this
go
sort
down?
of long room.
Well, let's skip the one. We just walk past one of the doors and go to the other one.
which one?
Well, we were at the top, right?
You came
We
in.
came
We
in
came in from the right.
from the right
Came
side,
in through there.
So let's go to the south.
the south.
Okay. You want to go to the southern door of those two?
Mhm.
Sure.
I wanna
After
get
our short
hot
rest.
sauce chewing gum.
Why would you want that?
I don't know. I was trying to find Cajun chewing gum. I can't find any.
Oh.
So if someone wants to invent Cajun chewing gum, you'll be the first.
For some reason.
I put Cajun gum. I had to put minus gumbo because Google thought I was looking for gumbo recipes.
Why would it think that instead of chewing gum?
I don't know.
Gumbo flavored.
Google, your systems are idiots.
Chewing gumbo.
In this room, there are many pipes going all through here, twisting and turning.
We found
There
it.
are also large. Well, you think maybe they could be boilers? They might be just large cylinders that contain many smaller pipes. You're not sure, but they are large cylinders that sit square to the ground. And there's pipes going all over the room here. There are at least a dozen very large ones that seem to all be coming from the same direction, which is along the western wall. They come into the room in sort of an array and then go to all these different other things.
Are all the pipes in good condition, or are they some broken?
It's really hard to tell. The lighting's rather dim. The pipes all sort of look the same, but you don't see any leaks from any of them.
Well, I light my hooded lantern.
Oh, that's right. We actually do have that.
I do.
Okay. The additional light helps reveal a bit more about their condition, which is that they are a bit rusty looking, but seem to be
Okay.
solid. Like many pieces of, raw metal. There's a bit of rust on there. Some have bits of paint still left on them after all this time. But you can't spot any critical faults with them. There's no gaping holes. No massive cracks or anything like that. that you can easily see.
Are there pipes coming out of these cylinders that might be boilers?
Yeah, all these pipes are sort of interconnected, and they all lead to different tanks.
I inspect one of the boiler-like things.
Okay.
What do I see? Using my fervent tech engineering skills to see if I can apply it to this.
Why don't you make a fervent tech check?
Are you? Did he get proficiency?
He's not yet proficient in it.
So there's no added on, right?
No proficiency bonus.
18.
Just intelligence or whatever the determining thing.
Yeah, intelligence would be the
19.
appropriate stat here.
19.
What you see is not entirely dissimilar from some of the fervent devices that you've had illustrated, but little bit of a problem in comparing it. Most of the fervent devices that you have seen are illustrating the fervent device and only pieces of which they might be connected to, and this looks much more like the pieces that the fervent devices would be connected to. So it's not giving you a big hand here. However, you're able to determine that
A small hand.
these pipes are, one, very likely the same pipes that connect to the cranes above. And they are going, some of them continue down into the floor, others up into the ceiling. Some seem to kind of go back into the walls and maybe over somewhere else into this facility. The tanks have little pressure gauges. You recognize them from other things that you have encountered throughout your studies of fervent technology, although you don't have a firm grasp of how they are made or manipulated, but some of your readings have discussed applying, making sure that the pressure levels are right in some of these devices. So you recognize this and its purpose. You don't see any control mechanisms. There are no valves. There are no levers. There's nothing here to perhaps influence or change the pressure in this space.
Are there valves on the pipes?
There are large valves on the main. You count them up, and there's 13 altogether. There are 13 pipes leading in from that west wall
Do they
in
go
the
round and
array
round?
that I had described. And they're the only ones that have any pressure valve on them. That's the only thing that you can open and close in this room. Currently, they are all the same direction,
I've been sitting here.
which you think is
There's
closed.
13 pipes.
Since the
I just-
handle
I-
is perpendicular.
I just finished counting.
I'll give you a big hand.
Thank you.
So, you who are Zoria and Nines and Captain who has no name, suggest a number between 1 and 13, including
Nines!
1 and 13.
17.
9.
Captain?
Well, 9, sure, why not?
I go to pipe number 9 and open the valve.
From which side?
Are they numbered?
They are. Yeah, they are numbered.
Well, then I will go to the one numbered 9. and
That would have made counting them
open
easier.
open the valve.
It's a butterfly valve, so it's just a simple handle above. You turn,
It started as a caterpillar valve.
and you turn it in the direction that it currently isn't facing, so that it is parallel with the pipe.
Yes.
Nothing seems to change.
I open the other 12.
Again, nothing changes.
Okay.
I like the escalation there. I open one, nothing happens. I open all of them.
Simultaneously with a complex rope system and an axe.
Well, you who are taking a short rest,
I took one in the bubble gum
Took
room.
one an hour ago.
you who have taken a short rest, I have studied these cylinders and pipes, and I believe that with a good deal of study and time, I may be able to make something work. Perhaps the cranes could move.
I mean,
But it is up to you if you wish for me to do that or if you wish to go on.
why don't we map out the rest of this place?
Okay.
Then we
We
have
can
a
do
crane
that.
fight.
Then we'll have a crane fight.
All
That's
right.
what we're
Crane
building
fight.
up
Crane
to.
fight.
Are there any
crane
other
fight.
room? Are there any other doors in this room?
In this room, which I haven't had a chance to show you yet,
The pipe
since
room.
we were describing it. It's a loose illustration of like all the pipe structure. I guess I don't read into that literally.
Yeah, but where are we standing? Can you put an X where we're standing?
I can do that. Yes. You're whoops, wrong. Where? You're right
You
here.
just like to see.
That's a great axe.
That is a
I
great
like the
axe.
flat
Let's-
side.
Well, I say perhaps we should explore that last door.
All
It
right.
was down on the southeast corner.
Go ahead.
Room.
Go ahead.
I go through the
You're the
door.
engineer.
Yeah,
Yes, this seems to be an engineering sort of room.
it's definitely not a plant sort of room.
No.
Or a music sort of room. Or a captain sort of room.
Yeah, a pirate room.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not a pirate room. So in this room, you enter, and you see some pipes connecting down into what we might call control panels. And there's a series of 3 levers. And it's a small space. There are some tool closets. There are still some tools hanging in these little closets. And a small table, a couple chairs. A fairly simple room. This is, illustration of what that room is like.
So we found a room with a series of tubes.
Do you want
And
to?
3 levers. There are 3 levers.
Do you want to pull all the levers too?
3. No, we will do them in different combinations.
Oh, okay. So I should have taken the short rest in here.
5, 6. I think there are 7 combinations. So from left to right, the levers just go forward and back.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, it seems to have a binary of up and down.
Yeah, and are they all in the same position to begin with?
No, they're, the first one is up, the other 2 are down.
Okay. So I pulled. Shall we go through all of these? I'll go through them quickly. First one down, second one up, third one down.
So, as it is currently.
No, the first one is up, and the next 2 are down. You said.
Yes, and that's just what you asked, right?
No, I said the first one comes down.
Oh, so all of them down.
No.
I'm.
First,
I thought you said the first one
the
down.
first one comes down. The second one goes up. and the
Okay,
third one
sorry,
comes
I
down.
misheard you.
I will say it this way: down, up, down.
That's easier. Thank you.
Which side are you
nothing
going
happened.
From left to right.
Do up, down, up.
No, give me a chance here. Down, 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 up.
Nothing happens.
Up, up, up.
Sure. Up, up, up.
Nothing happens.
Down, down, down.
Nothing happens.
Up, up, down.
Nothing happens.
Up, down, down.
Still nothing happens.
I leave them all in the middle.
They sort of slowly sag back
Oh.
down,
They don't hold them in the middle.
but they don't click into the lower position. They just sort of like flop down.
Up, down, up.
Nothing happens.
Well, that was great fun playing with the levers, but nothing has happened.
Should we saw the levers off and take them with us?
No.
Is there something we can set on fire?
Are there any diagrams?
Is there anything
I probably
say?
should have looked around.
Is there like an instruction booklet?
You know, a
Great
drawer,
England
a
dragon.
drawer with you know.
That's the.
Oh,
That's a open. Basically, what happens?
Basically,
open the
cabinet,
box.
Open the box.
How the fuck does this work? And then you're like throwing all the parts around. Meanwhile, there's just
hammering
like,
pieces
an
together.
instruction manual over here that's like, I don't think that's right. Incidentally, there is not a manual in here.
No?
Well, is there something I can set on fire?
Is there a safety poster?
Sure, yeah. There's
Yeah.
a safety poster.
Yeah.
What's it look like? Like, is it illustrated?
hazardous.
It's got this little smiling changeling and sort of like this blue like
Coverall
thing and like a little yellow hard hat, and the little changeling is smiling and like being safe, and then there's another changeling next to this changeling, and that changeling has like no hard hat and is like sticking their hand inside of a whole bunch of tubes, and then there's like a bunch of blood that comes out. And
Yeah, I'll
then
take
there's,
this
like,
poster.
there's just like a red circle with a cross, you know.
Can I pull it off the wall?
Sure, why not? You know?
We
Changeling
have a
safe-
deed we might need to decorate.
I know, we have all sorts of wonderful
There's a changeling safety
artwork
poster.
so far. Yeah, is there anything else in this room that maybe...
The poster is not necessarily OSHA compliant.
I don't know who that is.
No. Is there anything else in this room that is of interest or that may be of help?
I don't think there's a clan OSHA.
Is there anything in this room that is not gum?
Put that back.
You're on your
showing,
secret notes.
Showing notes for a second. There's really not anything else in this room. I mean, there's, like I said, there's a tool rack, a table, some chairs. It's a fairly simple room. There's actually no windows here.
Are all of the pipes intact?
Most of the pipes are hidden behind the panels, so they're hard to see.
Oh, I'll take
But-
the panels down.
Okay.
With my...
You take some time and remove, I'm assuming carefully, the panels.
Yeah, the safety panels that are
And
there
you
for
s-
safety reasons.
I hold the poster.
And,
And I...
and you see
So
the
it
pipes
shows
seem to
it's-
the pipes seem to be intact here.
Okay.
Put the panels back.
I put the
Well,
panels
do whatever you want
back.
with the panels.
Throw the panels in the sea.
Throw them on the boat.
No one can tell you what to
We're
do.
not on a boat. Okay. Once again, it
Let's-
looks as though we are very close to being able to make the cranes and not perhaps other
But
things work.
maybe we need to come back.
But maybe we should come back sometime.
Why don't we go up through that northern door through the gum room?
Yes. Let us explore the other door.
Okay.
Does anyone want any gum as we pass through?
No.
I mean, I take a few extra sticks.
Of the same gum you've been chewing?
The pretty good gum.
Um,
Would you like to have another random?
I
crate
mean,
with-
that gum is pretty good.
Try one of the
so
different symbols.
I'll open up another box on my way out.
Okay. Roll a d10.
That's the 10.
You got the
I got the
death
10.
gum.
Let me
No.
double check that. It's orange. It tastes like orange.
So even the taste of orange hasn't changed in several thousand years.
Nine's
Oranges
you're first starting
pretty
to
much taste the
change
same.
orange. You're gonna turn into a giant orange the longer you chew, and they're gonna have to squeeze the juice out of you.
Finally, I'll produce something that people like.
Oh, we like your meat, okay.
Oh wait, you're just always
What is that, a
orange.
self-own right there?
I forgot you're always orange. Never mind, we're fine.
So yeah, you have orange gum. You reach the next
Northern.
area.
Nines
I-
goes
I
through
don't know how to do
first.
this. I guess I go first.
Nines goes through for. Ooh, okay. Are you sure that's what you want?
Nines, you're arrow
Well,
resistant,
Nines
right?
enters the room, which is not a room at all. It is a hallway.
Oh my.
Nines, we told you to go in a room. Does
You
this
are-
look like a room to you?
This looks like a hallway.
You are here, since Nines loves
Nice.
his X's.
That's a good X. This is a terrible hard hat. I don't even know what the hell it is.
Why'd you put a banana on my head?
It's a hard hat.
Safety. Do you want
It's
to
a
go?
safety banana.
Do you want to go left or do you want to go? Let's go left down the hall.
West?
West.
Okay.
You're just trying to go where those pipes were going.
No,
You
the
ain't
Ulseth
there.
is
other door leads
super
up
invested
into
in the
other room.
pipes.
What?
Ulseth is just super invested in pipes.
I know, I don't get it. They're really boring.
You're just trying to make something work.
The cranes?
Hmm
Oh, that would be cool.
That's what I was trying to do.
The cranes back in my swamp worked all on their own.
It's very clever.
Yeah.
What did they use for power?
Bugs and fish.
The bugs and the fish made the cranes move?
Yeah, they ate them.
That doesn't
Okay.
sound
When you
very green energy.
Yeah, it's
I think
extremely green.
It was the kind of cranes that they were. They
uh,
had pointy beaks
Yeah. Are you just
why
piecing
is
this
this the
together?
content
and
we
big long
make?
sticky legs.
Yeah. They're way different than these cranes.
Very different.
You enter what is a absolutely massive room,
Oh,
and there are many basically raised slabs. They're like little risers. They come up about 2.5, 3 feet, and there's a whole row of them line this whole room. I'm gonna bring up the room here so you can see this. And all of those are just little risers. Come up about, like I said, 2.5, 3 feet.
Those are tripping hazards.
is there anything on them?
No, they're all bare.
There you go. Hard hat, Soria.
Wow.
And
Another minted Nines fungible token.
and there are some benches along
that
the
on the
walls on this side of the room. There are some benches on the eastern edge. There's a large door on the west side, and there's not all that much else. It's kind of a sparse room here.
I examine one of the raised platforms, looking around the edges and see if there's an access panel or anything on each.
Doesn't seem to be. They're really completely smooth. So imagine them being 2.5 feet tall, about 1.5 feet deep, and about maybe 4 feet wide. And there's dozens of these things that run the length of this room. They're smooth and come. It seems like they're almost made with the floor. They rise right out of it.
Nines. Jump on one of these to see what happens. You know,
Well, if Soria says it's safe, it must be safe.
Yeah. I check the safety poster and see if there's anything about it in that.
There doesn't seem to be anything
No, you're good.
warning about that.
Well, we do trust Soria with hard hat, so I jump on it.
Okay, you jump on top of the riser. Nothing happens.
Ah, you are now
Mine's
2.5 foot tall.
It made you so tall, it's matching.
Finally, I can see stuff.
You're almost as tall as Ulseth now.
Maybe even a little taller.
You're like 8 feet tall?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, that was great fun. I will jump on one too.
Oh, great! Now he's taller than me.
I jumped down.
Finally, respect.
Nothing happens either time.
We go through the door. I go through the door on the west, and
We shouldn't.
invite everybody to
Why
come with me.
don't we check the rest of the rooms? Because there was like the other areas.
There's more rooms to the north,
Yeah.
but
Northward.
there's also this room to the west.
Yeah, you want to go west first?
Well, we'll have to backtrack somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go north?
Yeah, I like, We have all those other doors all along, and it looked on the map like we were gonna circle around the room that we passed.
Yeah, let's. Okay, show us the map again.
If
I
you
think
want to
we'll
go
come back.
west, though,
No,
that's
we
fine.
can come back.
I
Yeah,
just
if you want to journey to the west, we can do
it
that.
just looks like
Goes to the
it
east,
just
yeah.
looks like we have this blank room right there, and it's haunting me.
There's a door here,
Yeah, see,
a door here,
and that like definitely is a
And
room
then-
right there.
a large door there.
Well, we'll go through the door over here. Oh, excuse me. At the northeast there.
Should make some coffee.
There
This
is
one,
coffee.
the one I've circled twice.
The one you
Yeah.
circle twice.
Can you do
Through
it
the
one more
bullseye.
time?
Can you put an X in the circle? That was that-
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah.
No, we
now I
don't
want
want
that
those.
X too.
There we go.
Is that
Go there.
We go there.
yeah, I want to
Okay.
see what this room is that we passed.
all right.
So I want to go to the boob you circled on the map.
It was clearly a monocle.
You can put a monocle on a boob.
Thought it was a target.
We can't afford that.
A target?
No. It's a name brand.
I thought it was something that you aimed something at to hit it.
No.
You
There's
enter.
only one thing to be a target.
You enter a hallway.
See, there's this room that's like taunting me
Well, then we will go down the hallway,
with
turn
its
right,
negative space.
and enter the negative space.
Okay.
I turn into a positive space.
It's that gum.
It's
pretty good.
I don't even know what to do with you all. At this
You are
point.
the captain with no name?
Yes,
How is that gum?
it's pretty good.
Is
See
it
that on
compel
the
you?
label?
Does that
You can't read it. So
does
you
the
don't
gum
know.
compel you to say that?
No, it is pretty good gum.
Yeah, it's pretty good gum.
I'm feeling very
Pretty
I'm
good.
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Are you sure you do not want some?
Yeah, it seems like some sort of weird mind affecting.
Oh, it's just pretty good.
So the blank void that you enter,
Yeah.
it's actually a fairly large room. Many benches
It is no
occupy
longer
most
a
of the
void.
space. The walls are lined with them, and then they're sort of arrayed out within. Like most of the other rooms here, it's fairly dimly lit. And this particular room has quite a bit of trash, debris, and maybe even some detritus.
Oh, thank you. That detritus is pretty good.
This is
It is always
this is
exciting
what the
to find a
room
treasure.
looks like.
All right, I'll do a quick search of the room.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Which is
Guidance.
benches.
Do you want to assist me?
I will assist.
I'll sit on a bench. I'm gonna sit on a bench with the
Sitting on
captain.
a bench. You invite the captain to sit?
Yes, I just.
Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
You're having a
think I
pretty
should-
good time on the
He'll
bench.
sit.
Just pretty
Sits
good.
down.
22.
22.
Yeah.
You find the usual things.
Detritus.
Detritus,
Gum underneath.
gum, yes. You find some abandoned pieces of luggage, small little bits, some handbags, some trunks. Nothing's really in them. They're fairly empty. One of the trunks has a couple of pieces of clothes that are fairly threadbare at this point.
Is there a hat like Nines?
There can't be a hat like Nines.
There's a hat that's not dissimilar from the one that Nines has.
I'll put it on.
Hey, nice hat.
Nice hat.
Nice hat. That's pretty good.
Actually, this one's pretty moth-eaten and threadbare.
It's not nearly as nice as
And I
Nines,
think I'm gonna go wash
but
my
the
hair.
shape and everything is similar.
Doesn't have a Sphinx feather
Alright.
in it.
No. Where'd you get that, Sphinx?
So I found it on the ground.
I like the idea. This just occurred to me that a changeling, like washing their hair, would perhaps just like go bald for a sec and then grow their hair back.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I like that. That's really efficient.
It is.
Just
12 seconds and you're done.
Yeah.
Just like my showers.
Oh no.
So Zoria,
Yeah?
what have you found in this room?
Nothing. It was disappointing.
Do you wash your legs?
I definitely wash my legs.
Oh.
Don't ask about anything else, though.
10 seconds, wash the legs. 2 seconds for everything else, and you're out.
Okay, well, this room was disappointing.
All right, now we can go west if you want.
Let's go west before we go north.
Okay.
Hold on, there might be something else in here.
Well, look.
I just searched, but go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna sit on this bench. It's pretty good.
The bench is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
If you want to go west, let's go west then.
So we go back to the other room and go down the west corridor.
Now that my void has been filled.
I don't like it. I don't
The
like that
void in my soul with that map.
Okay. This brings you, going through that westernmost door, brings you to a new area.
Oh, we left the area.
You enter a hallway. These halls, they're not like the ones that you've seen in the floors above. They're rougher. Water has begun to cause significant damage to much of these chambers. Instead of these smooth lined walls filled with, artificial light that you are used to, most of the light has disappeared, and the walls have crumbled away into piles of rubble, the water having eroded the facade. Natural caves now stand mostly bare in your particular area. The halls that you're in are wide. Wide enough that you could even fit 2 carts pulled by oxen, side by side. And although little remains of the once beautiful facade, the floor is still mostly solid. But the walls are now eaten away and have created a jagged, rough exterior and a fairly rough surface to walk on. Where you have entered is right here.
Do you wish to explore these caverns?
I mean, you're the one leading this. So.
This is your expedition, Olsef.
Oh, okay.
Lead
then.
us to victory.
But
So we
the-
came out of the room from the right.
Yeah. We were, if you want to follow the pipes, they were sort of, well, we don't know if there were pipes on the northern side either.
No.
But there were pipes on the southern side, we know.
So let's go. We'll follow the southern part of the cave.
Okay, so heading down this way?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So, how's that go?
Still flavor in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's still pretty good.
Do you still have some of your old pieces?
Of course, I never spit it out.
Just making sure.
Are you just amalgamating?
I don't-
You have like a baseball size pile of gum.
That's the only way to chew it. I believe in recycling.
What's that
Nice.
recycling?
Well, it's reusing.
You never stopped using them.
I mean, the captain and I traded every once in a while.
You really are best friends.
You.
Ick.
Wait, you never had a friend you just traded gum with?
No. We do not have. Us furbolgs did not have this thing called gum. It is a
I
very.
don't think you furbolgs have a thing called friend.
Yes, we had friends.
What did you do as friends?
Well, I had a friend. His name was Rimarden.
I thought he was your mentor.
Well, yes, also a friend, I believe. I think he was a friend. Are you a friend?
I think so.
Ah, are you a friend?
Yes.
Then I have friends. See?
Insight check.
As you reach the end of this hall, which continues down for some ways, I'm gonna
14.
show everyone
I'm
You
trying
reach
to, am I being deceptive or not? I'm
this
not sure.
area. I have revealed the full area, but there's a
I'm telling the
smaller
truth.
map that you are now entering.
So it's not just a room.
It isn't just a single room, no. But that is the area that you have reached. And in this space,
Okay.
I've revealed both of these.
For the sake of...
I just revealed this whole area for your own sake. So there, you have entered through this door. And you can go either left or right, and both directions eventually lead to a doorway. It is closed, but the minimal power in this area seems like it should be able to open the doors here.
Joseph, left or right?
Yes.
Okay, so we
Left.
split the party.
All
Me and the
right.
captain go left.
I go back the way we came.
We go to the left
Okay,
and turn the corner, and then turn the corner and go in through that door.
so I'm gonna just put these on for the players. You want to go to this one?
No, we're
We go
turning
to the
left.
That's why I wanted to ask. I wasn't sure if you meant the left door from the
no, we
orientation of the
turn
map,
left.
or turn to your left.
We turn to
Well,
our
we're
left.
facing south, so.
Yeah, so we go
So
east.
that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And then we're going to go westward.
Through the door,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is unlocked, I'm sure.
Unless we lock it again. I've had DMs make me do that before.
Relock the door.
Yes.
Well,
Master Thief just locks doors again.
I did run that risk at one point in this adventure.
I mean, you know, a thief wouldn't want to leave behind any traces, right? So, makes sense that the thief might lock the door again. At least to me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So there.
Yeah.
We're making you run through the maps hard right now, aren't we?
Yeah, you really are.
Should have spent
Well,
some
you-
time with those pipes.
You
should've-
spent a lot of time with the pipes.
Yeah, didn't get very far. I turned
You
some
are
valves
definitely
and pushed
making
some
me
levers.
reveal a lot of map in fairly short order.
Well, you should have maybe reduced the number of boxes we could have looked in.
Or increased, and then we wouldn't have left.
Okay.
Our adventure is exclusively in that room.
This is where we live now.
Well, if you want, we can just stop what we're doing and just go back to that room and just start putting crystals in.
yeah.
Oh no, it's a bathroom.
This is definitely not a bathroom. I wanted you to.
Well, you should have
see
said
this-
that a few moments ago.
It's very. All right.
Well then, we enter from
Nines comes back from the corner. What are you guys doing?
Nice. Is that where the bathroom is?
Yes, it's that
Oh,
corner.
thank God. I need to go.
Nines is just like, I've been holding it. There hasn't been any sand.
We just went by a bathroom. I can't crap there.
There's no sand.
Thank you for that diversion.
So, what are we looking at?
So what are we doing in Nine's bathroom?
I'm glad that we got our poop jokes in on this. It had been a while. There'd been a drought of poop jokes.
A little backed up with the poop.
It was a bit constipated.
See, poop jokes are great because, it's just about poop, and it doesn't have to be very smart to make you laugh.
Ding!
Completely derailed the session. Poop joke.
So,
So other than
the
the
corner.
corner,
What else
which
is in
we
this
don't
room?
go into,
You can throw some sand on it if you like.
there isn't any
There's
sand.
a corner that everyone is not talking about.
Didn't you get a little bag of sand from Dromar? Can't you use that to, like, cover?
Pour the blasting powder.
That'll do it. Is that how you're going to use your blasting powder?
I have half a bag of blasting powder. Do I still have half a bag of blasting powder?
Usually, explosive is describing how it comes out, not how it's treated afterwards.
So what else is in this room?
In this room, other than Nine's.
So this room is
Detritus.
filled with
A lot of things, isn't it?
several things, at least two. This room is filled with what are pretty clearly furnaces. There's
So that's why my cat reflex is just.
so in this area, these large dark objects, they are depicting furnaces. They have ducting that goes up and into the ceiling of this room and to where else you can't tell. There's clearly soot and ash and perhaps it could be coal dust out in front of these big furnaces. They all have doors that can close so that you can, keep the heat inside. And as you can see, there's quite a few, 8 in total.
Is there any fuel left in the room?
In this room, no, there is no fuel left.
And there's 2 other doors.
There are 2 other doors to your east and, well, actually from, east and west from this orientation. And then there is one door that's hard to get on. It's also
Okay,
down to the
that's the third
south
door.
there. Yes.
So do you think we need to heat these furnaces?
These
or
furnaces are large enough where a person could stand inside
So they're
comfortably.
big furnaces.
Not doing that.
They're big.
These furnaces are used to heat things like water or steam or something
Is
that
that
would
what
go
the-
through all of these pipes.
Is that what the pipes are for?
I would guess so, yes.
Alright.
And then those pipes go into something else like a condenser or a converter that was in that other room. And then there's the room with the levers that must control all of this.
I understood, like, room
Yeah,
and lever.
but there is no fuel for the furnaces, so we cannot heat them anyway.
Well, why don't we check some of the rooms?
Well, let us look around.
Do you want to go west, east, or south?
Let us go south.
South.
Okay. Go into the southern room.
You don't want to thoroughly investigate this room?
Do you want to climb in the furnaces and check out the insides?
No!
Well,
They're,
then no.
they're
Wait.
dirty. They're full of soot.
Are there valves? These furnaces must lead, like the
She-
exhaust gases.
She
must
said
go
there was
somewhere.
ducting going up
Yeah.
and out. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are there valves on there, or it wouldn't do any good to have any markings or anything? But maybe there are markings.
Are there safety posters?
Not in the room that you're currently in.
They must have burned out.
Yeah, not very safe.
So, there's a lot of engineering challenges for you.
There are.
I hope you're comfortable doing them on your own.
The next room that you enter has a series of little hooks and kind of cubbies. We would recognize this fairly quickly as like a locker room. There aren't lockers, but cubbies for hanging things and little stools in front of each cubby. It seems to be a personnel room. There's also tools on the walls that are still hanging there. A whole variety of things that look to be very heavy duty tools, not simple handheld ones, but things that you might use your entire body to move.
Is there a bigger Raven bar?
Yeah, actually, there is a very. This would be like a.
Like a full pry bar, basically.
Yeah.
That's so Raven bar.
Yes, a That's So Raven bar. There is a bigger Raven bar, a That's So Raven bar.
Olsef! Free Raven bar!
I see that. Perhaps I will take it on the way back out.
Yes, I'm going to obnoxiously go through the cubbies.
It's not a whole lot in them.
Is there a Quetzalcoatlus bar?
Now there's nothing in them.
There is not a Quetzalcoatlus bar.
Okay.
No, you have not yet to find a bar bigger than a That's So Raven bar.
Okay.
There's maybe a couple of really threadbare jackets, some gloves. It's not much.
Are they nice gloves?
Not really. They're pretty covered in dust and what do you think might be like ash and coal dust on the gloves that you find.
Pass.
Should we check that room or go? Okay.
Yeah, we'll check it to the west.
Okay.
I'm not used to us adventuring this fast. How am I supposed to process anything?
Like the
I
threadbare
don't-
gloves.
I don't think we're moving very fast.
As for
You
us,
you guys have like covered a lot of
Yeah.
map ground here.
Yeah, but we just haven't been able to make anything work.
Probably not doing it in the right order.
You find the bathrooms.
Yes, I run in one.
Okay.
we just passed the bathroom.
Why don't you grab a shovel and clean up Nines' mess also? I yell from the stall.
Is there soap here?
Yeah, sure. The soap.
Leave a bar of soap out for when I'm done in here.
Okay, how many bars of soap do I find?
6, partially used ones by the sinks, and
If we combine them, how many full bars
you
do we
find 6 still wrapped in a
Still
small
wrapped
little
bars, yeah.
like
This is
supply
like a
pile.
whole, this is like a soap hoard. I take the 6 bars of soap.
Okay,
I wash my hands.
good. Well done.
Sing
Good
happy
hygiene.
birthday. Don't speed it up. Your
Okay.
hands
Wait.
aren't clean.
Should I sing? I'll sing it. I shouldn't sing it in Glendring, and that will take too long.
Okay, so we go back out again,
Okay.
and then there was a door. If we go north, there was a door to the east
And west.
and west and northeast. Oh, it just goes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a. It's kind of a U.
Well, let's
at the
go
top.
west.
Okay.
Go west.
Keep going deeper and deeper underneath the upper level.
Under the upper?
We're under the upper. That would be above us because it's upper.
What?
In this room, as you go through the door, you enter a hallway. And there's another door at the far end. And in this hallway, there's protective gear. There's masks that are available, and there's these goggles, and they're all fairly like tight-fitting pieces.
These look like protective suits that one must wear before going into a very dangerous place.
Oh. Well, I'll walk by those and open the door.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Do you want to wear them?
I don't know. Are they in any good condition? Or are they all like deteriorated?
You may need to perhaps replace the fastening mechanisms. The leather and the strings that had perhaps held them in place long ago are falling apart, but everything else seems serviceable.
Do you all want to be protected by these, or do you want to just walk into the next room?
I'll just stay here while you guys walk in. So.
No, there's that.
Well, Seth, you're leading this mission. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
you're the
protect-
engineer.
I cobbled together a protective suit as much as I can and go through the next door.
Take some spare bits of fabric that you have, I'm sure. If not, you can run into the other locker room area and find some without much difficulty. And you manage to piece together a bit of protective gear.
I feel very protected now.
And when you enter the other room,
I am
it
sure that it will be
becomes
safe.
clear why you needed this. You open the door, which has long been sealed, apparently.
And the ancient green dragon breathes poison gas over you.
And with just the subtle movement, that little pressure shift, a wisp of black soot comes flying up in your face.
Good thing I'm
And-
wearing goggles and a mask.
The two
They do something.
of you and the captain, standing further back down the hall, see this, and Ulseth is now covered in soot. On the other side, as you wipe your goggles away, there's a room filled, still fairly full, with coal or perhaps charcoal. You're not sure at such a quick glance, but fuel is in here. There are some carts. And I'll bring the room up so you can see. Move over a little bit because it's getting clipped up.
I yell back. You, who are not covered in soot, I have found the source of fuel for the furnaces.
Great, start loading it up, Ulseth. We'll go explore.
We'll go hang out in the bathroom.
We'll go take a short rest somewhere.
Well, I fire up all of the furnaces.
Do we want to check the other room while he's doing all that?
Yes, you do physical labor. We go explore.
We might be... Yeah, we're doing the dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I will, none of the furnaces had any markings on them, huh?
No, but you do see what you recognize to be a thermometer next to each one. And they have three kind of brackets with the degrees.
Good, better, best.
That's definitely...
Definitely
let's
what it
go with
means.
that.
Yeah.
There's a range on this thermometer that's bracketed, and then another one, and then one more on top.
Remember, Ulseth, red means good.
Yeah. If it's shaking and spewing out sparks, that means it's working.
Okay, I will fill a cart with coal
Okay.
and go back, and get, I can't fill all these furnaces. I'll do one. I'll pick a furnace, number 6, the 6th one, counting counterclockwise from the door we came in. So it
Okay.
would be the one just to the right of the door, that to the right there.
It's in white, but that one. That one there.
No, the one below it.
That one to the south?
That one. Yeah. That
Okay,
one.
whatever one you want, that's fine.
That one.
And we'll be checking
So
the other room.
I stoke it, and then wish Nines was here to light it, but I have a torch or something, so
I'm sure that you can come up with some way to,
I'm very clever, and
Light a- light a
I
fire.
cleverly light a fire inside that furnace.
and you're not dealing with the, most difficult to ignite materials here. So you start a fire,
I do.
and
Unlike Nines' fires, it is contained inside of a box that's designed for the purpose.
as you
The world
close
is my
it in,
box that is designed to be burned.
the temperature gauge seems to be very comfortably hovering in that lower bracket.
The lower of the 3.
Yes.
I put a little more fuel in. I want to get it in the middle.
Okay, so you bring like another card in, and all right, you stoke it up until you get into the middle bracket.
Okay.
Go big or go home.
And so I wait. Does anything happen?
How long do you want to wait?
How long does it take for them to explore the next room? And they're not screaming in agony yet, so...
So while he's doing this, you wish to explore the next room now?
Yes, we'll bring the captain with us.
Why are there so many 30-foot centipedes in here? Ah.
That's 131 feet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not good with numbers.
I really would be upset if Ulseth got to set something on fire without me.
Yeah, but what's the likelihood of that happening? We just
all he's
left him
doing
with a
is-
bunch of coal and furnaces.
This room has 2 large cylinders in it, perhaps boilers. And there is a control panel that sits between them. On the other side, there's quite a few pipes that lead into the wall and down into the floor and up into the ceiling. The control valves, or these like levers that are there, are all resting in the middle, save for the one on the far right, which sits at the top. There is also a pressure gauge that you can see next to these. I have this digitally for folks at home. You get a physical copy as well, so that you can study them.
Sorry, what does that mean?
5,
What does that mean?
9,
What does that mean?
95.
What does that mean?
It's like,
These are the levers that they are looking at right now.
I don't know what those two mean.
I pull that one then. You don't know what these two mean?
Not really, no.
I pull both of those down.
Okay, so the fourth one, you pull it down and it clicks into position. And the little pressure gauge, which had been getting fairly low. I'm gonna bring this up. I want, as I'm about to show this, I want to be clear to everyone that these are not necessarily the most precise.
Well, yes,
lines.
thousands of years old. Of course, it's not going
So-
to be very precise.
This here, this line that I've drawn, that's a little gauge. That's where the needle is. And when you pull that, it drops from where I've drawn it now to here.
Okay, so it dropped.
So while they're doing that, I stoke up 2 more furnaces.
Okay. How high would you like to?
Right in
Get
the
them.
middle, right in the middle range again.
Right in the middle. Okay.
Okay. So this is probably...
When you. So are you guys like shouting back and forth to each other?
No, not at all.
I'm
Okay.
just playing with it.
So Ulseth has no information about what's going on in this other room, and he is seeing nothing, and is simply stoking the fire because nothing has happened. And the 3 of you, you're in the other room, messing around with levers,
Looking at them, yeah.
looking
No,
at them,
I'm messing with them.
and doing nothing. The second one, the 5th one that you pull, because you pulled the 4th lever,
Yep.
and you pulled the 5th one. The 5th one, you pull it down, and it goes, and then pops back up, and you hear a low, and the pressure gauge drops down to 0. The needle hits the bottom, and then slowly comes back up. And we'll find out what Ulseth is doing when we come back from break.
Probably being on fire.
And maybe the parties will decide to actually talk to one another. Because Ulseth is just sort of shoveling coal in some furnaces, doing whatever.
Shoveling. Cool.
Yeah,
That's
throw
what's
some
going
of
on.
those 9 droppings in the furnace. Too.
Oh, that would be explosive.
What do you?
Very
I eat
dangerous.
the same things you guys eat.
Yeah, trail mix.
We'll be
without
back in a
raisins.
few minutes, folks. See you then. not sure I feel great about the players screaming every time my face appears on screen. I'm not sure about that. Welcome back, everyone. We've returned from we've returned from break, and when we left off, our party was in the middle of
Setting
figuring
things on fire.
out pressure gauges and valves and fires and things.
Yes, all the things people come into D&D podcasts for.
Yes, all the things that people love about Dungeons and Dragons.
Maintenance work.
Engineering. Actually, there are a lot of engineers that really love D&D, so there's got to be some
Subset.
segment here that's really loving this content right
But
now.
We've got furnaces. We've discovered pipes with valves. We've discovered levers that don't seem to do anything.
We tuned up their HVAC system.
Now, when we left off, and for all the viewers and ear watchers, we are trying a little experiment this evening to see if our puppy is going to be able to contain herself down here because she's just so excited to be with people, and we have to usually leave her upstairs while we record. So if you hear some puppy noises, that's because our puppy is here. Now that that's out of the way,
How unprofessional of us.
when we left off, you all were split between two rooms, not communicating. Ulseth was lighting fires in boilers, and Nines was pulling levers.
How the tables
knowing
have
what was
turned.
happening.
So there were 8 furnaces, weren't there?
Yeah, let me bring that image back up for you.
Wait,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean
Scroll
9?
over just a little bit more.
No, apparently it means 10 after further reflection, but you know how I am with numbers.
Oh, well,
So-
then I'm not interested in it.
Well, Seth, you are in here. You're in that room, the larger room, and this room is where the party is.
They're in
The
there,
rest of the
huh?
party, and over here, that's where you find that panel with the levers and the pressure gauge.
What are those little round ball things?
These are sort of illustrative of just a whole bunch of big cylinders and connected tubing. They're not necessarily literal here. There's a lot of
Pipes.
pipes and ductwork going on in this space.
Wonderful. Well, I yell, since the DM has suggested that maybe communication is important, metagaming this whole thing.
Well, I'm not really sure it's metagaming to, I don't know, talk into the other room.
So anyway, I go, I hope that you are okay in there. I have lit 3 of these furnaces.
I'm pulling levers! I pull the middle lever.
This one? Up or
Yes.
down?
First one, then the
yes.
other.
And viewers, I shall show this to you all once again. They have a series of levers that they can pull with symbols above each of the 5. So you want to pull the middle,
I pull it down.
yes?
I wait a second. Then I push it all the way up.
Okay. When you push it down, and I'm going to say that the sequence of events, because there's some things going on, Ulseth has raised now 3 furnaces to a middle temperature. As Ulseth did that, the pressure gauge was about there. This here, that one, being the needle on this pressure gauge.
Do you see that green there?
Yes, you see
That's
that green there.
probably the goal.
Yeah.
I thought
When
green
you-
means danger.
It does. But danger's cool.
That's a good point. And I'm cool.
Yeah.
When you pull that lever down, it first goes. The needle leaves the position it's in and goes here. And then when you push it to the center, it returns to the position it was at. And then when you push it up, it goes here.
Up is add. Down is subtract.
So that is where you currently find.
Then I push the fourth lever up.
In addition to.
Yes, I'm holding both of them up.
You don't have to hold them. They
I
slot
do
in.
it anyway.
Mines is pushing a lot of levers in here, also.
I'm playing God, Olsef!
Okay, don't blow up. I will stay out here where it's safe with the fires.
Boiler, big boiler tanks can't blow up, right?
So you push it up,
Yes.
the fourth one.
Yes.
Okay.
Little leak.
E- Okay. Doing I'm doing a whole bunch of math.
Nerd.
I'm not.
I'm watching fires burn and keeping the.
I'm playing
When
with
you push
forces I
the
don't
fourth
understand.
lever up,
I'm keeping the flames.
it moves it up there.
I'm keeping them nice mid-rangey.
This is fun! I push the other two levers on the furthest left up at the same time.
The two levers on the furthest left.
The 5 and 10.
Okay. It moves it to about there.
Oh, Seth, light another fire.
You want me to light another fire?
Wait, is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Olsef, you're saying fires without me?
Would you like to come out and light a fire?
Would I be covered in coal dust?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then no!
That would suck to clean.
I light a.
I have so
fourth-
many crevices on my body!
So you
Uh-oh.
currently have all three levers.
I have 3.
4.
Yeah,
All
you have
four.
all 4 levers pushed up. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. You want me to light a 4th fire? I will light a 4th fire in one of the fire burners at the mid-range of the tile.
Okay.
Probably a bad decision, but I'm not communicating
The
that.
and to any engineers out there, I am free drawing these lines so they're not going to be exactly where the needle should be. Yeah, if this were perfectly accurate. My apologies to everyone. When you light now a 4th furnace to the mid-range, it brings the needle to there.
Light one more. We need more power.
You wanted me. Okay, I will light a 5th one to the mid-range. I'm moving a lot of coal on these little carts.
Yes, you are.
Okay, you should probably have someone
The-
help you.
The heat,
Captain.
when you close the doors, the heat seems to retain pretty well. So it's not requiring a whole lot to maintain that heat. Bringing it up requires quite a bit of fuel, but it's fairly efficient at containing it once it's in there. So you light one more. And you're at 5 now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's the...
We're so close, all Seth.
What is it that you need?
One more.
More power!
More power.
More power! Unlimited power! I probably got cut off by the mics.
What do you want me?
Maybe.
You want me to lead another? You want me to light another furnace?
Yes, it's more fire!
I will light a 6th furnace at
I
the
don't know
mid-range.
if it's required to be in the furnace. We haven't tested that yet. Just start a fire anywhere.
It's moved up slightly.
Just a tiny bit, huh?
It, like I said, it's not perfectly representational, but it has moved up.
Also, can you just make one furnace hotter?
There is room to make them hotter. I hope that it is okay to do
It's
that.
probably safe, you should do it!
Yeah,
I will go back to the first one I lit.
as long as the line's not green.
and put it up into the 3rd quadrant.
Okay, so there's 5 in the middle, 1 at the top.
4 in the
There's
middle.
4 in the
It'll be a
middle.
4 in the
Five.
middle. Excuse me, 4 in the middle, 1 at the top.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa.
That
The gauge it broke the gauge.
Oh no!
That makes me the victor!
that
Everything's exploding, Ulsa.
Oh, I am glad I'm wearing a protective suit.
You killed us.
Boom.
It definitely wasn't 9s. That killed everyone.
One more up to the top.
Do you want it hotter or just another furnace?
Whatever you feel like.
I think mid-range is safer. I will light
2 more.
2 more mid-ranges. 7 mid-ranges. 6 mid-ranges, 1 top.
okay. So you're lighting 2 more. Okay. Then what happens is that the needle goes here and you see that far right lever. It flashes red and then it holds there for a minute and it's flashing red at you. There's a little light on it. It's flashing red.
I pull this lever down.
You pull the 10 value down.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings it down. Just a little bit. It's still flashing red.
I put the 5 value in the middle.
Okay. It's still flashing red, but it's just outside the green.
I
right
put the 5 value down.
It stops flashing red, and it's holding in this green.
We did it.
What did we do?
I don't know. It's in the green. That's danger.
What is green?
Danger.
What is in the green?
Can I hit the other lever now?
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Why don't we get Ulseth in here in case the furnaces explode?
Olsef, watch me pull this lever!
It'll be real cool, maybe. Or it'll reset it all.
Whatever, it'll be cool.
I think if we are in the green, we should stay there.
No, I want that lever.
Come in here, quick.
Quick,
Okay,
I'm
I
hit the
go-
lever.
I can't stop him.
I go into the
3,
room.
2, 1. I hit the lever.
The far right one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, she smiled. Abort! Abort!
You hear,
I jump in my bag of holding.
sorry, it's just like, oh, well, I'm out. It steps in the bag of holding. Goodbye, everyone.
Like the bag of holding is still in the same room as us, so.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Anyway, I hit the lever.
You hear a creaking,
You have made a creak. This is-
and
It
then
sounds like Olsef just got up!
and then you hear,
It sounds like I just got up!
and the pressure gauge plummets back down to the bottom, and there's now that's the smell of smoke.
Olsef, was that you?
Did
No.
you put the furnaces out also?
I look in the room with the furnaces. What do I see?
You see a great deal of smoke pouring out from all the closed confines, as well as some water and a bunch of coal ash just sort of seeping into the floor. It's a mess, is what this is.
I think that was the emergency cutoff.
Then why is it there? Should be somewhere else. Any idiot could just hit it then.
The-
And any idiot did.
Not just any idiot, I did it.
So all the furnaces are basically
the furnaces are
Extinguish it.
cold now
and wet.
and wet.
Well then. We cannot even start over. This has made a mess. The only way we can start over, assuming we were doing the right thing, is for all of you to come out here and help clean out these furnaces. We were able to get to where you were in the green with 7 of them.
All right. I will. Will it help if we have 2 carts?
It is not so much starting the furnaces, it is making them so that they can be started again.
Yeah. Won't fire dry them out? Do you have?
Yes, let's just do more fire.
Right?
You want to try to start a fire in the wet furnaces?
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm not using my mop. It'll get dirty.
Okay, I will start a fire in one of the furnaces that was wet, just to see if it will get going again.
Would you like me? All right. After
Push
that,
the lever back up to where it wasn't emergency.
if you
cover.
want, I can haul coal as an ox.
Hauling the hole is not the problem, it is whether or not the fire will start and sustain itself.
All right.
Now that it has been wet.
I'm gonna check and make sure our puppy didn't get into trouble real quick.
All right.
All
So
right, I'm gonna
I'm
lift
gonna
the
take us
lever.
to break for just a moment because I think our puppy might have caused a little problem. Be right back, folks. And we're back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us for a second there. Our puppy didn't actually get in any trouble, but decided to just put it back upstairs.
She was a little
case.
excited.
Little excited. So we're back in the action.
So can I restart a fire in one of the damp furnaces?
I mean, it takes a little bit of going. You have to... I'll say this. It takes effort. And you're already pretty dirty at this point.
And unhappy.
But you're... And unhappy. But you are certainly aware of how to start a fire in wet conditions. So you keep the fire in a dry part, kind of starting it out in the open, and then you move the fire into furnaces.
So how many did I have lit? I think I had 7 of them lit.
And there are 8, so you did have a dry furnace that you can start fires.
I'm going to light up all 8 furnaces into the mid-range. And I will say, I hope you are all enjoying your rest while I am restoking these furnaces that somebody, I have no idea who could possibly have done such a stupid thing, douse them with water and put out the flames.
Yeah, Captain, why would you do that?
Do you want help as an ox? I can help carry stuff.
No, do not use your wild shape for this.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that I wasn't the one who put out all of the fires or pulled what is apparently the reset switch.
Well, I'm just saying, if you said, who put out the fires, and someone said nines, you wouldn't believe them.
I would believe that, yes.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you would not believe that at all.
I
In
definitely
general,
would 7 believe that.
I do think that nines would be the least likely one to put out the fire, at least on purpose. Starting the fire, yes. If someone said that nine started a fire, I would absolutely believe them. Put out? No, I wouldn't necessarily buy that. You have a point.
Would he have just smashed levers without having a clue about what they did?
Yes, he would absolutely do that.
Then perhaps that is what happened.
I believe that is exactly what happened. I was standing here watching it.
Well, I noticed a odd coincidence.
Of a lever being pulled and then a giant mess being made.
Yes, more or less at the same time.
While this is happening, I'm just putting a bunch of gum around the emergency so that it can't be pulled.
I am having a great time here at starting fires in damp furnaces. Thank you very much for the
So,
challenge.
how long
You're
was
welcome, Olsef. Glad to be of assistance. This is great adventure.
So after starting 8 of the furnaces, you get this result.
Alright, so we put the
And all of the levers are in the middle
middle
right
again.
now? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we hit
So-
the reset button.
Yeah, so
I hit the reset button.
we'll put the middle lever and the fourth from the left lever up top. And the two on the left, the two leftmost ones down.
Okay, so just to show
Down,
you-
down, up, up.
Okay.
And then down.
No. Don't touch that lever.
So the first 2 down, the second two up. Okay.
Are you having fun with the levers in there?
Sorry, I
You
won't
are
let me
allowed
touch
to
it.
come in the room.
I am keeping the fires in the middle of the range
Doing
of the
so
heat.
moves the needle to that position.
Alright, so I'm gonna put the 10 in the middle.
All right. That would move the needle to there.
And then I'll put the 5 up
To the middle.
to the middle. Sorry.
Okay.
Ooh, right dead center in the green.
Are you all happy now with the fires that I am burning?
I saw the emergency release valve off.
Just
I don't have a saw.
Well,
We're not using
it looks like I'm going to take my hand axe.
just hack off the emergency release lever.
Oh, I thought the hand axe was for the hands.
It's for yours if you keep
Oh,
this
no,
up.
I have paws.
We're in the green, Olsef.
Okay, so fires are burning, levers are set. We are in the green. Now what?
What did we do?
We hit the other lever.
No.
No.
Okay,
What is
so let's go back to the. Can we go back to the room with the? I get out a Lachelar and hold it between 9s and the levers. Blade
A lot of
facing.
mental calculation going on about what's worthwhile.
What's worthwhile is casting suggestion on Olsef, but I don't want to get killed later.
All right, so you wanted to go back to a room.
A room.
Which
Let's
room?
go back to the room.
With all the pipes?
Well, either the room with all the pipes. I opened all, like, 11 or 13 of them, all the valves. But then there's a room with the 3 levers that look like a control room.
Right. Yeah,
Well, let's
I
go
kind
back-
of blanked that room out because it was so boring.
Yeah, let's go back to the room with all of the pipes.
Thank you.
No, I'm
All
talking
of-
Astoria.
Go back to the room with all of the pipes to check the status of the pipes.
Let's go to
Okay.
the room with all the detritus in it.
Oh yeah, we can play with the detritus.
That'd
You
be
go.
so much fun.
I think it would be fun if you guys all played with the detritus while I tried to make this work.
Astoria and Nines are both deeply uninterested in
Technical
engineering.
engineering, yes.
There is no series of tubes I'm ever interested in.
What about a series of tubes that you can like crawl inside and be surrounded by?
Well, first off, are those tubes?
No.
I might be interested in landscape engineering.
So, I want to make sure that I'm talking about the right room. You guys, well, Ulseth wants to go back to that room.
And we're begrudgingly following Olseth
Yeah.
and his boring quest.
That one?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
There better be a crane fight by the end of this.
If we can use the crane in a boss fight, I'd be so happy.
Okay. You go back to that room. Now, this room is filled with steam. And it's warm and very humid in here.
I go up and in my
My
protective
sinuses
suit,
are cleared.
I check to see if there's leaking anywhere in the pipes.
Oh, there's a lot of leaking in the pipes.
Oh, that's good. So I'm going to go up and turn all the valves that I had turned on off.
Okay. Yeah, as you do so carefully with protective equipment,
I
You-
point at the poster.
you slowly reduce the steam in the room.
Do you remember which ones were on and which ones were off originally?
They were all off when we came in. I turned them all back on. Nothing happened. And now I just turned them all back off. Can I tell? Okay. There were, 13 of these pipes?
Yes, 13.
And just 5 switches. Or are we not in that one?
No, there's only 3 levers. But if the pipes are turned off, nothing will happen because I've turned everything off. So I'll go up. Oh my, okay. I will test each one individually you take a short rest because this won't take too long. I want to see what all is leaking.
Okay.
I will
You-
go 1 through 13.
You may want to have a utensil to write with. Number 1, you find is got a leak.
Where is the leak? Somewhere.
Yeah, for the sake of simplicity here, we'll say that you can obviously see where the leak is,
Okay.
and the position matters little for the following puzzle.
Hey, Olsef!
What?
Can I just shove gum in that?
Not yet. I
It's
turn it
hot
off.
right now.
Okay. Number 2, find has no leak.
I leave it on.
Number 3, you find produces a leak. Number 4, no leak. Number 5 is the same. Number 6, also leak free. Number 7, however, does produce a leak, as does number 8. Numbers 9 and 10 are quite solid, but 11 through 13 are more like sieves.
11 through 13 are really bad.
I'll be getting out while he's doing this. I'm gonna just start cooking some stuff using my frying pan.
Okay, sure.
Can I borrow your knife?
What, this nice knife?
Yeah. I'll
Oh
give
no,
it
it's
back.
pretty good.
I'll give it back. I just need to make some ingredients.
Pinky promise? Joke's on you. Tabaxis don't have pinkies.
All
They
right.
just have beans.
I'm gonna use the knife to get a bunch of leaks, because that seems.
As you try to use the knife, nothing is produced.
Nines. Your knife's broken.
Well, what were you trying to do?
Make leaks.
I don't think Olsef would be happy if I stabbed that pipe.
No, I mean like the vegetable leak.
Like long onion?
Yeah, long onion.
Long onion.
I like the idea that maybe
Tabaxi.
Tabaxis just call it it's a long onion.
The long onion.
It's a long onion.
You have onion and longian.
It's a long onion.
Yeah, like what Farfetch'd has.
A what?
It's a type of bird from my swamps.
I heard they're delicious. I think about a long onion.
Okay. You produce a longian.
See, it's so easy to use. Why can't you use it?
I don't know. Can you make me potatoes too?
You are producing potatoes.
All right.
Potato, potato, potato. Potato. Longian. Potato.
You have a lot of potatoes and longian.
I'm gonna put together a little,
Potato leek soup.
yeah, because it seemed leeks felt appropriate. So.
Okay. You're preparing that.
So you who are nines,
Yes.
are you done playing with the knife making
I'm not
vegetables?
playing with knife. I am doing complex operation that Soria can't do.
If
Yeah.
you wish to do another complex operation, in pipe number 1 here, there is a leak. Not that kind.
Longian.
Could you use some of that pretty good gum and see if you can patch it?
Is that the sound effect I make?
Sure. Yeah.
Now I whoop, thunk.
And
That's the sound Changeling bubble gun makes.
I open the valve to see what happens.
It blows a bubble.
It does indeed blow a bubble, and then the gum kind of falls off, and the leak is right back,
That was
like-
not effective.
and it just falls off.
So I turn it off again.
I take
Well-
a potato and I jam it in there too.
Okay,
I have lots of potatoes around.
All of a sudden.
Why does this feel like a really Russian way to solve a problem?
just jam it.
Potato.
I have acid. Would that help?
Actually, if you could use some beets, that would be even better.
You want beets in the stew?
No, I want to go into the control room with the 3 levers.
What do you need beets for?
I do not wish to have a beet.
Okay.
Also,
I don't think I have anything.
I had to have imagined leaks were here, isn't it? And then their like workshop area.
I have candles. Do you want to wax them shut?
Oh, you know what would be very helpful? If you would search in the workshop areas to try to find a leak-stopping tool.
I'm cooking dinner.
Fine, I'll go. Jeez.
Captain,
Yes.
you have no name?
Yes, that sounds like me.
Yes. Do you think you could accompany Nines and assist Nines in finding something that would stop leaks in pipes?
I'm not sure what I'd be looking for, but I'll give it my best try. Most of my leak-stopping equipment is tar.
Okay.
I
will
sail
think-
a ship. What do you want from me?
I go into the.
Gum.
I want to go into the control room with the 3 levers.
Okay.
Okay. And examine things again.
Okay. There's the 3 levers and a whole bunch of pipes.
Are there any gauges?
On this, no.
No, just the 3 levers.
Just the 3 levers, and they seem to have, as you kind of have wiggled them around, they have a binary position, whereas like the middle is kind of a neutral position.
Okay. So I put them all neutral.
Okay, they're just sort of like loosely dangling
Yes,
there.
yes. I take the one on the left and push it forward.
All right, the left one sort of locks in there, and you hear some hissing noises.
You release snakes.
It sounds like, pressure flowing, but see anything else happen or hear anything else happen?
Are there any gauges anywhere that we have passed anywhere?
Not in this room, no.
In any of the other rooms?
There is a whole section that we haven't explored in this area that might have like really useful things.
Now we're going back to the workbench.
Okay, I'll put the lever back in the neutral position.
Okay.
Leave all the leaky valves closed.
You hear what sounds sort of... It's kind of a foreign sound to you, but the tubes are draining of that, and it's this almost hollow, echoing, like noise as the tubes drain of pressure.
So, you think that we have found there is something yet to be found?
I mean, wasn't there a whole northern area that we haven't gone into?
There is that, yes.
There might be more pipes. There might be
More gauges.
tube sealing.
So was there
Wax,
was there
I
sort
don't
of
know.
like a storeroom? You said there was a room that was all full of tools.
The room that you're in with the levers, it had plenty of tools on the wall.
Oh, I guess we're looking at those then.
Yeah, you guys are in there, you and the captain.
Do I need to roll anything?
Not
So
really.
when I
I mean,
looked
everything's
at
just
when I looked
sitting
at the
out here.
leaks, what was it like? Was there like a hole in the pipe, or was it like a connection of a pipe that was loose?
Mix of things throughout them. Some were potentially loose connections. Some were holes that were fairly obvious.
Okay.
It's a mix of problems.
Okay. So there were 1, 3, 7, 8, and then 11 through 13 had leaks. Using my wonderful engineering skills, could any of them be fixed by fixing a loose connection?
The connections on 1 and 7 seem to be like the fittings have started to erode away, and they need some reinforcement, perhaps some tightening around those
Right.
spots.
So I find some wrenches that are of sufficiently huge size to fit around the connections, and I asked the captain to help me tighten the connection on 1 and 7.
All right. The captain agrees and go over there. This large wrench. You're
Wrenches.
tightening this, and you think you found perhaps the problem with this one. What's causing the leak is the bolt seems to spin in place. Looks like the threads have been dethreaded.
I extract the bolt to see if the bolt has been dethreaded or whether the socket in which it is located has been dethreaded. Are you bored silly yet?
I'm cooking.
I don't know what I'm doing right now.
It comes out without much resistance, and you find that the bolt has been dethreaded.
I go back in the tool room, find a replacement bolt, and reinsert it.
All right. You do this for both 1 and 7, and you're able to seal them tightly shut.
I turned them on, and they were okay now.
They don't seem to be leaking any longer.
Okay, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
What do all these pipes have to do with cranes?
Well, they provide some sort of gaseous pressure that will make them operate if we can get
The cranes
Pressure.
back home got gaseous pressure from eating oily fish.
So 3 and 8 and 11 through 13 have holes in the pipes.
Yes.
Do you want us to go check the northern area while you're doing this?
Yes, go look quickly.
Is that a
Check for
horrible
maybe-
idea? Splitting
Yeah.
up
Well, me
the
and the
party?
captain will go. You keep cooking.
Splitting up the party is a bad idea.
Always, consistently,
So
and the DM.
I'm going to
handle.
just go into the tool room.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's
take
doing
the
that DM
levers.
thing.
the DM thing
The
of
DM wiggle.
being bemused that you two are bored as a math is happening.
Up, down, and up.
No, that smile
Left
is
to
like,
right.
my player's about to do something stupid, and I'm going to punish them for it.
I mean, splitting the party is always a bad idea.
So anyway, me and the captain go to the north.
No, I do left, down, and left. Up. Left to right.
Nothing
up,
seems
down, and
to
up.
happen other than some of those same sort of creaking, whooshing noises. Nothing seems to happen otherwise.
They might be doing stuff to
They
the
could be
cranes
doing
up
things
above.
that-
You have no way of confirming
No
what
way
you're
of
doing.
knowing. Okay, so we have done as much as we can here. The steam is steaming, or whatever it is. The gauge is in the green. The leaking valves are off. The not leaking valves are on. Let us go die in glorious battle.
Where?
What?
Oh,
What?
sorry, what? You did not want to do that?
No, I don't want to die, Olsef.
Wait, is it a crane
That's
battle?
part of your weird religion.
I like that there's a whole tool room of stuff, and you fixed 2 bolts, and you're just like looking at the others.
So is there
I've
anything,
done all I can do.
Are there any?
I love it.
Are there any gasket sorts of things like bands that could be wrapped around pipes?
Although you don't find anything specifically made for it, you do find like pieces of metal that are kind of thin and could be formed and maybe held in place.
With clamps that we happen to find.
You can fashion some things out of the materials that are in this room. Yeah.
Okay. So you who are a captain with no name.
That's me.
Yeah. What
The
we are
captain
doing-
without a name.
What we are attempting to do is to make the equivalent of bandages out of these metals, and we will put them around the wounds that we find on the pipes,
Ooh, medicine check. I can do that.
and use these things that are clamps to, which would be like bindings that would be to tie the bandages onto the wounds.
That does seem to make a bit of sense.
Okay. Well, let us do that on the 5 remaining pipes that are leaking.
I'll sprinkle some oregano in with each bandage.
Is
Okay.
there any? Is there any like glue or sealant or anything?
There's a couple of
Construction
cans
adhesive.
of some odd goop.
Ah,
Do you have
This-
spirit
You
gum in
don't-
your disguise kit?
You don't know what it is, but it's liquidy. It seems to be tacky.
okay. What I'll do with that is brush it around the fracture in the pipe, not over it, but just all the way around it. So that when the metal is adhered to it, it'll be like a gasket.
All right.
That's pretty smart, also.
So
He's been studying that fervent journal for quite a while now.
we do that with the other 5 leaky pipes.
Okay. Why don't you make
Pipe repair check.
first an intelligence check?
Can he have guidance?
Yeah, and make it with advantage.
Because the captain's helping.
Yeah.
And 21 and 22.
Okay. And now make a strength check with advantage. Because the captain's helping.
Guidance.
Okay. You think that you've done the best that you can to seal this. All of these bandages are very tight.
Oregano helps.
And I turn on the valves one at a time, starting with number 3.
You see just a teeny bit of steam, but the bandage seems to be holding.
I tighten it a little bit more.
All right. What steam you could see is no longer there.
Number 8,
No steam.
number 11.
Also seems to be repaired.
All right. We're getting close to 12.
The repair seems to have held.
And lucky 13.
This one seems to be just fine as well.
All right. And then everything explodes.
That's how we
Yes.
do things.
But it would explode while we are down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
Should I hit the lever now?
You may go into the control room and hit all the levers. All 3 of them.
We close the door after Nines goes.
Okay, I hit all the levers.
Up or down?
Olzef, up or down?
Yes.
Up, all of them up.
I hit all of them up.
Okay. You hear the final configuration also come to life with steam flowing through the pipes. And you hear, as you push all that third one in, there's a bit more creaking throughout the system. But nothing happens otherwise.
We did it.
Did I do it,
Probably.
Olzef? Am I master engineer?
Yes.
Yes!
Do you
I
get,
will give you a master engineer pin as soon as I find
I
one.
think there's a cash prize.
As you sit here for a moment, the lights get brighter.
Did we fully power this place?
We don't know.
Perhaps. You're not sure.
Excuse me, place, did we fully power you?
Did you do speak with building?
Speak with engineering.
Let's go north. Finally.
You're not sure if you've powered the whole place.
We go north.
But we know where those 3 control levers
I want to know what's up in that northern area.
Okay. I'm gonna bring this back up.
Do you feel accomplished?
We have done something. No, what?
So the area you're talking about is this area here, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So as you head up the hall, by the time you get there, okay? Need to pull up my description.
Hope nothing bad happens.
I hope nothing blows up behind us.
There's literally just been trash in every room we go in.
It would be very disappointing if all of that blew up behind us.
Especially
As
if you looked at
you-
it.
Was there any chance of it exploding?
There is always a chance of things exploding if they are very hot.
As you
and
get
full of
closer to this
pressure.
room, and there's a slightly open door at the end, you notice that the walls are covered with a black mold. There's a stench in the air.
Oh, I'm glad I am
It
wearing my
stings your
protective equipment.
nostrils. It's painful to smell. It smells of death and decay.
And oregano.
Yeah. As though
Sorry.
as though hundreds of small rotting corpses
Oh.
are on the other side of that door.
Also, why
There's
did you want to
this-
visit this door?
There's the stink of all that, well, disgusting matter, mixed in with the odd smell of limestone. Wet limestone.
So what corpses are they?
We don't know.
Are they changeling corpses? Are they?
Do you continue forward?
Go ahead,
Well,
Elsa.
I have protective gear on. I've never taken it off.
Okay.
I'm stepping away from
Have
the
you just
path.
been walking around with big gloves and like goggles and a mask on this whole time?
Yes.
I have positioned something a little bit off, so people have to forgive me here. So you all three enter, all
No,
four,
no.
excuse me, enter, or just you? Ulsa?
I will go slightly in because I want to see what the corpses are.
Yeah, peek your head through the door.
I don't want to
I'm
be near the
peeking.
smell, so.
You see no corpses.
I thought you said they were littered with small corpses.
We had the
You had
smell.
the smell of that, but
Oh.
you see no
They
corpses.
probably made that with the smell box.
Yeah, I
you
never
can't-
should have sold that.
As you just barely enter this space, you can't quite see what's in here, but the whole floor is covered with this black mold. It's slippery as you place your foot on it. There's the sounds of little scurrying that you can hear in the corners. There's a a bit of rubbish to your left.
Detritus.
And straight ahead, there's another pile of twisted, mangled garbage. And the smell has intensified to the point where you can even smell it through your protective gear.
I back out, close the door, but not lock it.
Why not?
And say, you who are following me.
I think of us more as a collective without a leader.
You who were following me into the room.
I wasn't.
That was a good idea. I would really recommend that even though you were not following me, you continue on that path. Because that floor, remember when we were in a sewer once and we were walking along?
Once?
Well,
Multiple times.
One time when the floor was really very slippery, and even though we had survived many, many very serious battles, we almost died because we could not stand up on the floor.
Yes, Dromar fell and it was funny.
Well, the floor is like that in there, but it smells even worse and looks even worse than that.
So we should check it out.
Well, if we do go in there, we must be prepared for a very, very slippery floor, like the one that almost killed us once when we were not.
So it would help to have really wide shoes.
Ah, perhaps that would be helpful.
I think I've made it fairly clear that in no way will Nines' joke clown shoes help move. There is no condition in which they will make him more stable.
Soria is aware of this.
There does not seem to be anything of value
But
inside except for a very slimy, slippery floor and very bad smells.
one of my best friends, Dole, collects slimes, molds, and assorted funguses.
Oh.
You
that
should
is
ask him
very
about
true.
it then.
Hey, Dole?
All right. Yes. Is that Soria?
Yeah, do you have other people call you?
There are other people who call me, yes. You are not the only one who has received such a communication device.
Oh, okay.
Hurt
You,
her feelings, why don't you?
yeah, wow, okay. You like slimes and molds, right?
Yes, I like slimes, molds, spores, funguses.
I guess
What
he's a real fun guy.
if there was a room and the whole floor was covered with some sort of black mold, slimy black mold,
Very slippery.
and it smelled like 1,000 corpses,
Maybe 2010.
how quickly should I shove Nines into the room?
I take 2 steps back.
I would not advise anyone go in that room unless it is absolutely necessary to accomplish a task. Inevitably, there is some sort of horrible, deadly fungus in there.
So, like, you wear a mask or something?
I'm not entirely certain that a mask would protect you from its effects.
Ask Dole if he would like some.
Would you like some? Like in a bottle?
I am reluctant to put you in danger, but I am also finding it very hard to say no.
Okay, that's good to know. What are you up to right now?
Currently, I find myself hanging upside down in a coffee shop.
Again.
Is the coffee shop upside down?
No, I am upside down.
Oh, what's the name of the coffee shop?
Upside down. It's a theme.
But you're right side up.
No, I am upside down.
The coffee shop's right side up, but you're upside down.
That is correct. They serve coffee to you upside down. It's a trendy new thing.
Sorry,
Or
what is
so
he
I
talking
am
about?
Coffee.
What's interesting about coffee?
It's upside down.
The coffee
Hey,
is
is the
upside
coffee
down?
shop upside down or is he upside down?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, it seems adventurous for Dole. Why is
Yeah.
he there?
I thought you didn't really like to consume things that had flavors.
I do not. However, a friend of mine requested that I accompany them to try this place out. And so we
Wh-
are hanging upside down drinking coffee.
Which friend?
Let me pull up an old session note, because it has been...
Is
a
it
very long-
Slinrin?
Yes. Yes, Yes, it is. Thank you for remembering a random name from many sessions
Tell
ago.
Slinrin that his fastidious following of rules is very admirable for me.
Slinrin. My friend Soria says that your fastidious following of rules is quite admirable.
What did
He says thank you.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get you a molt slime. If you don't hear from me again, we're dead.
That would be extremely unfortunate.
All right.
Wait, what is she talking about?
Bye.
I believe it is time to say goodbye and also say goodnight to the good viewers and ear watchers at home. I appreciate that you have...
You're doing the weird thing again, though. I kicked the door open.
All right. You kick the door open, and I'm assuming you charge into the room.
No, I back up.
I close the door again, but not all the way. Just so that there's a tiny little crack left, because I don't want it to lock.
Please don't die.
Okay, you don't either.
I'll try not to.
Okay.
Wait, is there a high def rate at that coffee shop?
Yeah, I assume so.
So you were Azoria.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have any of those bottles handy that you use to
Yeah,
collect things?
we have to go in and get it. I kicked the door open.
Oh,
Okay, you kick the
No.
door open.
I closed the door.
I go
again.
in to get some slime.
No.
All right.
Everyone's
and-
gonna die except for me.
And with that, as you enter the room, you see a truly disgusting, hideous, horrible creature that you had hoped that maybe you would never have seen in your entire life.
Nines?
That was coming as soon, like,
You see a giant, pulsing mass shaped somewhat like a tree. And it's got little puffs of particulates coming out from the sides.
Dole's gonna love this.
And that's where we're going to end the session.
right before we die. That's great.
Thank you for rushing in, Zoria.
Well, what else are we gonna do?
I was going to put the bottle on a stick, attach it with gum, because that is a very good thing to do, and scoop some up through a tiny crack in the door.
There's way too much engineering in this episode. Let's get to the weird plans.
Yeah, all right, here we go. That's gonna be where we pick up next time. Let's see if you live.
Am I here?
Yeah, I put the door in the wrong spot. Technically,
Well, you
it
can
needs to be
correct
further
it
down.
next
So I'll need a
episode.
chance to correct it. So everyone, thank you again for watching, especially ear watching us. We deeply appreciate it, and we will see you next week for more adventures here on Dice and Dungeons. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourselves. We love you, and good night.
Don't charge into black fungus
Bye.
rooms.